Alright, we're starting. Alright, so we wake up in the morning.
Breakfast ale.
Breakfast ale.
You say that, egg drinker.
Do you drink another egg?
Nah, this time she wants, like, actual meat.
Good, she has learned her lesson. Alrighty.
And an egg.
So, a bunch of ales get passed around, and then yeah, you start eating. Anything happen while you're eating, or plot progress?
Drink the egg.
You doing anything, Hannah?
Nothing particular.
I looked in disgust as Pyro drinks, as Hawthorn drinks an egg.
As you finish up,
My grandfather used to
finish
do that
up.
every morning. I'd wake up and he'd just have a shot glass with an egg in it and just go. He used to do that every fucking morning.
Yep. As you finish up your meals, a somewhat tall, very gorgeous, scantily clad Tabaxi lady, dressed like a tiger, wearing a kind of frilly skirt,
Is she a tiger?
walks in and walks up to your table, and has a small, like, purse, sort of bag, from which she reaches in, pulls out a scroll.
I
give Gale
check to make sure she doesn't have any antler markings.
She does not.
Okay.
She reaches in, grabs out a small scroll, passes it to your table, and says, "Here you go, Hans. I just I'm on my daily rounds. Oh, it's I'm Seacrest, by the way. And I know you know that I'm a changeling, so I just thought it'd be like this today."
Okay.
So hands a scroll to the table.
Alright.
Okay.
I guess, Gale, go ahead
I'm
and...
not touching it, just in case.
Gale, go ahead and, like, take a look at it. What does it say?
You touch it?
I was going to ritually cast Identify on it just in case.
Well, too late. He grabbed
He
it.
did
I
grab
mean,
it.
I didn't say I said I was looking over it.
You're looking at a closed scroll, just kind of gazing. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I guess it's a
old
fair
scroll
point then.
still.
Yeah,
I'm just
go and
gonna-
cast Identify
I'm
then.
going to ritually cast Identify.
So
You
it's
sit there
normal
for 11
scroll.
minutes. Okay.
It's just normal scroll. In that time that you cast it, Seacrest leaves.
Okay, cool.
It's just normal scroll. It's a piece of mail.
Okay.
Alright, let's open it up, read it. What does it say?
You are needed in the following address, and then following that is an address to the lower terrace, and it is to a home of a certain K. Roland Mulrashard.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is for the stuff that y'all are in disguise for and I'm not.
Uh-huh.
The letter is addressed not to any individual, but says to the adventurers in the tavern.
Well,
Well,
this
well,
is
this
y'all's
could
disguise.
many different ways depending on who this ended up to, so...
I suppose.
She acted like we were supposed to know who she was, so...
Anyone who has like a good enough memory, you have met a Seacrest before. I can tell you who it is if you have a good enough memory.
I don't remember.
I remember the
I remember, like, oh yeah, we have met a character named
Yeah.
Seacrest. I remember.
Seacrest.
Yeah, I was
Oh right, yeah, it's
Postmaster
Postmaster Seacrest.
Wait,
Last
island
time
were
you
you
saw
on?
him, he
Wait.
was a large green orb person with red hair.
Yeah.
What island? Or like,
This
what
one.
was
This one.
Yeah.
This one?
He's
He's
the
the
he's the
postmaster.
postmaster, the guy that does the mail.
Yeah.
I guess
The
I'm just
changeling who
blanking
does
hard.
Yeah.
All right. You know that is ringing a bit of a bell now.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's a big phrase. All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
Just decided to be dressed differently today.
All right. We got two Tabaxi here. I mean, fair enough.
Hawthorn just kind of...
Which one was? I don't think Barracuda met Seacrest.
No, it was Henrietta and Kuda.
Yeah, it was the rogues. The rogue
Yeah.
squad.
So Henrietta would be able
So
to fill us
Henrietta
in then.
knows. Yeah.
Probably.
I was about to say. So
whenever
none
she
of
said,
us.
So whenever she said, "It's me, Seacrest," by the way, on my usual rounds, she was looking directly at
There
Henrietta.
we go.
Yeah,
Alright.
she would have nodded. I'm just, I'm a forgetful human outside of games, so
Indeed.
Henrietta would have remembered. Hannah does not.
I remembered it because I had a note in my
Yeah.
notes about
It's
it.
also the difference of like 2 days in character compared to like 3 months out of.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Golly. Do we go?
This is y'all's disguise. I'm just vibing.
I mean, I suppose so. It's like this is more intel. We don't have anything else to go off of. This is what we're gonna do.
I would be nearby, but
Alright.
this has
I'll
got to
go
be.
grab my daggers. And she
Uh.
stands up and stretches and goes back upstairs to get her shit.
He shouts behind you. I swear to God, if you lose the expensive one.
Like I'd even throw it.
More proceeds to throw it.
Yeah.
You hear a thunk.
So you grab the dagger.
Yeah, I grab all my daggers.
Meanwhile, Gale is his own weapon.
Do you have 216 of them?
Hmm?
Do you have 216 of those?
No, God.
Man, I guess you're not.
Unless you want to just purify 216 daggers in Hawthorn's room. Rolls to see if that happens.
No, that's a natural 1 on the percentile dice.
Oh shit. Alright.
Oh,
No daggers appear.
215 mimic daggers appear.
Damn it.
216 daggers appear. You cannot enter your room because the door is blocked by how many daggers are in there.
Oh, does the
You
door
are
open
not.
in?
You are no longer. Yeah, it swings in.
Okay.
No, you are no
if you
longer
open
able
the
to
door,
enter
they
your
all
room and
fall
gather
out
your
and you
stuff.
take so much damage.
If they all fall on me, I take like a bajillion piercing damage.
It's like that one meme where it's like,
Each of these
a
is
truck
digits,
with
by the way.
dice
It's like
crashed.
thousands now.
Like,
I'm gonna say it'd be like 216 times 1d4.
But legitimately, she goes in her room and gets all her shit together.
976,200 damage.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
what a damn.
Flex tape ain't gonna fix that.
Alright, so
No, Flex Seal might.
yeah.
That's
you
how
grab your,
Barugur heals. He just like shakes a can of Flex Seal and then just shoots it in your wound.
Ah.
So yeah, you grab your.
That's why we're getting a
Yep.
cleric now.
I grab my daggers and I head
Hey,
back
I have a
downstairs.
+10 to all healing rolls, so
Her dagger's in her backpack, just to make sure she has all her shit.
Yeah.
Hawthorn should invest into buff spells.
Yeah, you're telling me.
What spells do you
Alright.
have?
Currently I have just Cure Wounds prepared.
Well, you now have a second spell you can pick.
Yeah.
Inflict Wounds was the other one.
Imagine having to prepare anything other than just the ability to stab.
You're right, though. You're right.
Oh, these dice are terrible.
Alright. I'm probably gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor as well because it doesn't hurt to be prepared.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna
my
follow them
fur,
like
yeah.
with a distance of like 100 feet.
Okay.
So my fur is now a little bit more staticky than usual.
You just go.
Let's go. And Hawthorn nods to you guys as
Gale
we
gets
set up.
poofed.
She gives a
Fluffy cat.
just a
Fluffy
friendly
You
to
should
the
just,
tavern
you
person
should just
as
go
she
like
leaves.
build up the static and then just pat Hawthorn and just watch the.
Oh no.
Fluffy
But
Hawthorn.
yeah, we
You
head
know-
out.
Yeah, we're off.
Cool.
We are
Cool.
off.
So yeah, you make your way through the area, and then into the lower terrace. The lower terrace. I'm gonna draw now.
I'm just
'cause
kind of
you haven't seen
meandering.
it yet.
I'm just gonna kind of meander behind them.
Okay.
And so far, I'm the only one in the group who's been in the terrace, right?
Actually, the three of us visited the Noble Terrace. Yes, last time.
Okay.
Right, so you have not.
Okay.
You have not seen the lower terrace yet.
Sounds yeah.
In order to get there, you go behind the trading center and have to cross a really large river. There's a bridge across. Okay, this is people be wet. Bridge. Then there would be so I'm trying to keep direction in my mind.
Cuatro just subscribed to Fangs.
Oh, just now?
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't realize.
Right, so there's a wall here. Or boundary, not really a wall as much of a boundary. And then there's a boundary here. And there is an actual wall, like a dam/wall, connecting right there.
Wait.
So that no one can cross that into the high terrace from the low terrace, because they're preppy.
I think preppy is the wrong word. I think racist is the word you're looking for.
Well, this isn't as much racism, because there are humans allowed to go into the high terrace.
Yeah,
but
just after
lower
they
terrace
get,
people
after they get
dirty
their
and gross.
ears cut. They can go in there after they get their ears cut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Snip, snip.
And if they're an elf, they have to get like a friggin' pedigree.
Yeah, they have to get a pedigree. Make sure your blood's not tainted.
Yep.
okay, so this area is very much
Viva the
less.
revolution.
This area is very much less popular, or less dense with buildings and more dense with buildings. It's very much less dense with businesses and very much more dense with population.
Gotcha.
So here's a building that is like an actual business.
I'm gonna put my my money pouches in my pants.
And then here's
Not hanging. Everything
I don't
valuable.
fucking have money.
I have a lot. Everything
do.
valuable is going under clothes.
Fair enough.
Here is a
Just
another
invest in those
place.
like cargo pants with a bajillion pockets in them.
I got a bunch of like pockets in my
Hawthorn,
apron.
just being paranoid that she is, just has her hands on like her important things at all times.
Well, you see, I'm doing that because I am currently carrying 462 gold.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not all in one pouch either, because that's a bad idea.
Yeah, money, money, money.
I
More
got-
money, more money.
Just hide your money in
I
your
mean,
shoes.
at least
That's
the
what I used
money
to
is
do.
pretty.
Oh,
easily spent.
thank you. Hide them in my shoes with my hooves.
Yeah, the three of Gale, Hawthorn, and Barracuda in character do not
Don't wear shoes.
Yeah.
The
We're-
art that
I
has
was
been
about
drawn.
to-
Barracuda.
I was
We
about
have
to say-
one
Campaign.
character in the party with shoes.
We're a feet campaign.
We're a feet.
Now that's a quote.
Quote. Yeah, I'm on it.
And then here is the housing.
We're in a feet
I
campaign.
just realized both Barracuda and Solani don't wear shoes or pants.
Or pants.
So that's housing. That's poverty housing.
You're not tactics at the moment, Jeremiah?
Yeah, he is.
Huh?
He is not tactics.
What?
Oh no.
What?
No.
Oh no.
What have you found,
That is
Pyro?
not-
It's a bird on a treadmill.
It's a bird that like rode the side of the escalator down, and now it keeps going, and he's trying to like get back up it.
Ooh, I didn't say we're in a feat campaign.
All right, what did you say?
I said
then?
we are a
We
feat
are.
campaign.
All right, I will adjust that.
Very important distinction.
I couldn't remember exactly what it was said, so I tried to throw it up there. Yeah, context only one party.
No, I said baby kestrel.
Yeah, because Cuda also doesn't wear shoes. We are all. Most of us are like.
Actually, it's
animal,
not even a
like-
feet campaign because I have hooves, you have paws, and Kuda has talons. So actually, Henrietta's the only one with feet.
Oh gosh.
Congratulations, Hannah, you're the only person with feet.
I'm
Congrats.
always the odd one out.
Yeah. Also,
Well, no.
the birds are spies. This is proof.
Birds are spies.
I mean, they're government drones, so
Yeah.
they've
No,
gotta
like
be.
this is how you tell. Look.
Honestly, the battery replacement for the birds is going on way too long.
True.
Honestly.
I'm currently trying to shoot the picture of the map to you.
All right.
It's alright.
It is alright, that's why I'm sending it to you.
I can think in my head.
True, but I also want record keeping.
Fair enough.
So that's what it looks like. PH is poverty housing. The other two buildings you have not encountered yet.
Babby Kestrel. He hopped.
So you walk into this, you walk through the central, which is the left bridge there. You walk down into the poverty housing, navigate around, and let's see what these roll as. You want them to be below 17. They're all below 17. Cool.
All right. A 2, a 2, and a 14. 3d20.
Yep. So, yeah, you make it to the house, and it is a for this area. Each of these houses are very small, cramped spaces. There's a lot of people that just kind of are having to do manual, like, sweeping off stones in front of their houses. There's a lot of children and stuff running around, just like a really not clean, kind of dirty place. Not saying kids are dirty, but like they are.
Yeah.
And
No,
so,
yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's poverty, so.
and there's not really people cleaning up the streets, so it's a pretty bad place. And you navigate to this house, and for the houses around it, having more than one layer for your house is very, very uncommon.
I mean,
It
makes
is very
sense.
rare that someone has more than just a single layer to their house, let alone having more than just like one room for your house. There are a lot of people who have like tents set up on top of other houses. It is very cramped and not spacious.
Makes sense.
And so you navigate your way around around this ways through some roads, some streets, over to this house right here, which is in like a little space at the top left of that box building for Henrietta. It's like
Okay.
directly left of that, towards the right side of the little lower hoop. And you get to a building around there, and this is a 2-story building, which is very rare, which has very clean walls, is made out of a nice marble stone rather than of just like hobbling stone together.
Okay, Hawthorn, get the Satyr charges.
And has a front door with a very beautifully engraved K on it.
Cave?
K.
The letter.
Like the
okay,
message.
okay.
K,
That
like
makes
the
more-
message. It is engraved in a different way than the message that you received earlier, but it is still a K.
This isn't foreboding at all.
I could definitely see this being like the.
Hawthorn goes up and knocks on the door with the back of her hand.
Yeah, I could see this being like Mr. Person who makes everyone in poverty pay like taxes and rent for housing, even though they
Yeah.
really don't have the money to afford it.
So you knock on the
Like
door.
I said, get the Satyr charges. I'll go start brewing some alchemy now. It's my profession.
So Hawthorn knocks on the door, and the door slowly opens inwards to reveal a small, like 12, 13-year-old halfling who opens the door and says, "Welcome, are you the adventurers from the tavern?"
I
I'm not
believe this is.
Oh, you're not there.
Yeah,
I'm-
or
I'm-
not
I'm a ways
you're-
away.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're like
I believe
you're
we're
like
who you
down the
sent
block
for.
or something.
Okay.
What's your business?
There was supposed to be 5 of you. I only see 3.
One of us.
What reason are you giving for Kuda not being here? Then?
Yeah.
'Cause you said you,
Yeah,
you were coming
what
up.
is-
you
what is
said you were
Kuda
coming up with
doing?
them,
Kuda is
so-
fed up of the mimic stuff and is just taking a nap.
Fair enough, I guess.
Kuda's like, y'all have an adventure on your own. I'm gonna stop dealing with mimics eventually, so I'm just gonna take a day off.
Two of us have our own business to attend to.
You could, well, the thing is,
Unfortunate,
I'm
but
never showing up, so.
unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. If you'll follow me, please.
I go.
She kind of
Right.
gives a look back where she knows Barragur is gonna be, not like at you, but like in that general direction.
You just get a message in your head. Just scream really loudly if you need me.
She just nods as if she was like checking the surroundings for a moment, and then goes inside.
He sends another message. By the way, you can talk back to me and no one will hear you.
I was gonna say Barracuda should.
You get a
plentifully-
message back.
get-
Didn't
but-
know that. Thanks.
Barracuda should plentifully know that, like, if you're sitting there and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, no.
like, oh, shit's kind of going down.
Yep.
Thanks, Gale.
Just a tad.
So yeah, y'all are led
Alright,
into
we
this
go in.
house by the teenage halfling. Halfling walks down a hallway, through a small area.
Hawthorn, like, just out of paranoia because she doesn't like being in small spaces, she's going to just put her hand on her dagger.
Gotcha.
Just in case. Not moving to do anything yet, just having her hand there.
That did not go where I wanted it. The halfling does notice, but give you kind of a look, recognizes that you're not doing it aggressively, and then just kind of doesn't say anything. But you do tell that she notices. It is a she, by the way.
Alright.
Leads you down a hallway. Got to do a lot of drawing because I'm not doing hot with words today. So you enter here.
You're good.
She leads you down a hallway, which is about like that. Very rough drawing. Through a door, up a set of stairs, and then into a big library room after going down another hallway. So you kind of worm your way back through the hallway into a room that is long and large. And you are now in this room. There is a large library with a desk in it. Sitting behind the desk is an old human. Very ancient looking. He's like well into his 90s.
Like, nearly skeletal.
Not necessarily skeletal. He's still somewhat fit for his age, especially for his age. He's still somewhat fit. He's able to like stand up and walk around a little bit. Which he does. He kind of like leans onto the table. Oh. Nice to meet you. I was told there was 3, but it is what it is, as I'm sure my halfling said. That is Beatrice, by the way, and motions to the halfling. The halfling kind of waves, is now standing at the other corner of the room. And the old man kind of walks in front of his desk, which we will say this chair is the desk because reasons, and I don't want to have to move stuff. So, walks in front of the desk, kind of leans back onto it. I was told there was only going to be 3 of you. You've met Beatrice. I am Mr. Mullershard. I know that you probably have no distinct reason for trusting me, but I also know that you are not here on trade business. I also have an ID, and he holds up his elven ID. He does not have clipped ears. He holds up his ID, offers it out to any of you, sees if any of you wants to grab it.
I mean, if we can see, oh, there you go, Hawthorn.
If you'll make me an investigation check.
Everyone or just the people holding it?
Just the person holding it. Which is Hawthorn right now.
What have you started?
Okay. That'll be...
What you get?
I rolled an 18, so it's already pretty good. But,
And you got intelligent stuff because Bloodhunter, I'm assuming.
Investigation +2, so dirty 20.
Gotcha. It is easily, like, 60 years old. It is old. and genuine.
So maybe like the clipped ears thing was a more recent
Not a
addition.
thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's just an
If you want to
assumption.
make me a history check, you can. With advantage, because this would be aided by your rumor ability.
Yep. Said history.
Yes. With
All right.
advantage.
As a 17 or an 11, so 17 plus 2, that is 18.
19.
Yes, correct. I can math.
Math.
I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, don't mind me.
Gotcha. So,
Ooh.
you get a 19. With a 19, you know that the clipping thing is not a recent thing. It has been around for centuries. Many centuries now. So, the idea of him not having clipped ears and yet having an elven ID is not something that is what's supposed to happen, quote unquote. This is an odd case.
Gotcha.
With a 19, you do not recognize the name nor anything else about that.
All right.
But you do know that the clipping is not like a recent thing, and you know that, and by Hawthorn, you know that the ID is genuine. If you want to pass that information around, you can as well. Just kind of.
I just kind of nod at Gale.
Okay.
And then hand it back.
Right. Feel free to, if either of you want to check it. Any of you three? Or four.
Nope, I'll trust him on
You're
that.
not there, so
I'm not
three.
here.
So
Three.
either of you two, if you would like to check.
I mean, I guess I may as well go ahead.
Gotcha.
I mean, just look over it real quick.
Did you say something, Henrietta?
I'll just trust them on that. It's genuine.
And he says, as you make an investigation check as well.
13. Yeah, investigation 13.
So yeah, it looks real. You don't have as much of an eye for that sort of thing, but it looks real. And so he takes back the ID, sticks it back onto his desk, and he says, I'm sure you guys don't really have a particular reason to trust me, but I can assure you that I am not of any threat or harm. I'm just an old man. A good old man. And if any of you wants to make an insight as to why he's telling you this, you can.
Alright.
But he continues and says,
Let's make an insight check.
Ooh,
Like
not
me.
19. Let's see.
Nice.
23.
23?
Mhm.
Yeah, 16.
He is, at the very least, telling the truth. You're not entirely sure why he's telling you this at the very moment, but you know that he is telling the truth. And he says, I'm old enough, I've made some connections through this area. And by those connections, I heard about a group of adventurers, or a group of individuals at this point, coming to town and intimidating a few of the guards. And he makes eye contact with Hawthorn.
Hawthorn's not smiling, I'm just...
Yep. And then continues and says, and getting fake IDs. Now don't worry, I'm not, don't have any malice in what I'm asking. I just wanted to lay the cards out on the table, if that makes any sense. And he kind of taps his ID as he says that, and then says, now I'm an old man. And he kind of walks behind the table again. I'm an old man. I don't really get out and about anymore. But I do need medicine every now and then. And just about this time of year, I try and make my way over to the island, to the... now, which direction was it again? Northwest, I think it is. Yes, the northwest. I have a rowboat that I keep on the coast. I try and make my way out to the northwest. There's a small little island there. Not many know about it, but there's a small island there on which resides one of the very few trees in the Arctic. To be specific, it is a willow leaf. Very rare tree. If any of you know nature and want to make a nature check, you can.
Yeah.
To know what that is.
Harvest domain, let's go.
Cool.
I'm not there to make a nature.
Not bad, not bad. Hawthorn's dice are not being moved
There
today.
it is. Yep, minus
Well,
1.
that's 3, which I'm not.
8. Let's
No,
go.
fuck you.
You do not have
Don't
to
move
be.
my dice.
You know it's a tree
Yeah.
because he told you.
My
Yeah.
intelligence is not the best.
You said
I have a
nature?
-1.
I'm
Yes.
about the same with
18.
Gale.
18?
I got a 10.
Yeah.
The willow leaf ice crest tree is a flowering tree. It does not bud fruit, but does bud flowers. It specifically only grows once per year. Like, it only blossoms once per year at about this time. Not much is known about it, as it is so secluded and so out of the way. A while ago, it was thought that the leaves of the tree, or the flowers, or some part of the tree was said to have some like medicinal purposes, but it's been long since out of use. A good few decades since anyone even used any of it to anyone's knowledge. It's generally left to its own growth because, especially in the Arctic, people don't generally care about trees. They get their wood from other regions. There's not really a point to chopping down one tree. It would be a very unprofitable venture. And it's also kind of not known about where the location of that is. It's not really common knowledge. But the man says that it's on the island northwest of here. There's no real reason to doubt that. And by the insight check made a little bit earlier, pretty reliably should be there. And so he continues. It's the willow leaf tree, to be precise. It blooms about this time of year, and its flowers are used for a sort of ointment that I need. I know there are more modern medicines that I could use and tinctures that I could apply. That might be more effective, but I had a friend prescribe me, or not really me, but prescribe that remedy, and let's just say that is important that I continue using that. So if you don't mind, I would like to hire you. To be clear, I would like to hire you to go get me a bundle of those flowers. It's all I need. That's all I really want of you. I don't mean any harm by it. But I figured that a group of individuals intimidates their way into the town, gets a batch of fake IDs, is working with a, honestly, intercontinentally renowned artisan.
Well, but luckily this guy isn't actually with the guys that were here to murder. Doesn't appear to be. Hawthorn gets a message. He called the popo. Get out.
And yet doesn't seem to have any streak of ill will or really harmful tendencies over the few days that they're here. Even helps out. Even helps out little Juiced. Cute kid. Well, I guess he's now not really a kid. He's I guess he's an adult now. Man, time flies. But yeah, so I figured with all that's happened since you've gotten here, that you probably mean well, and almost certainly aren't just here for trade. So if you could spare the time, I would compensate you pretty well. 30 gold to take a day to travel to an island, pick some flowers, and come back. Shouldn't be that difficult.
And that's ultimately pretty darn good.
Is there a...
Just considering what gold is, like, because it's meant to, isn't like gold, like a single gold piece meant to be like
$100.
like
It's like a
$50
week
or
of
something.
heavy
Yeah,
wages.
yeah. Like a singular gold was meant to be that.
Right.
That is a lot.
It is.
I'm training your dice.
Yeah, I save up for a few months to make this voyage. I usually hire someone to go with me. Usually just get a guard or two to go with me. But my arthritis has been acting up. That's why I didn't go to the tavern to meet myself. I sent word to the postmaster. Seacrest is somewhat new. He's only been here for a few. Oh, it's been a few decades. I guess he's not new. Man, I'm old.
Elderly friend, I feel.
But yeah, so
Is there a time
I'm
constraint
not
on this
getting out there
journey?
this time.
Is there a time constraint on this journey?
I mean, before it stops blooming, of course, but
Would I know how long that is?
it blooms for about a week or two. So not a really huge time constraint, not like you have an hour to do it, but definitely not something you should put off.
Curious. What's the meaning of the letter on your door?
My name is K. Roland. It's a K. So it's
Fair enough.
It makes sense.
it's like having a sign in front of your door that has your name spelled on it. So
She just looks to Gale for a moment.
except mine's spelled correctly, and he makes eye contact with you. Wait, no, you're not. You're not in
He's
there.
not
I'm
in
there.
there.
Retcon. Retcon.
I'm vibing outside,
So yeah, he
watching
does-
very
he's not
closely
safe.
for pickpockets.
He's not safe.
Suddenly, a flaming satchel comes through the window. Joking.
Not really. Not really.
Though, I am playing a character that is perfectly capable of making explosives. By the way, Jeremiah, just so you're aware, I am actively watching for pickpockets.
I know.
And all my money is under clothes where
I
it
know.
can't be snatched.
Here, can you go ahead and say this? What race was this again?
He is a human.
Human. All right. Can you go ahead and say their name? I feel like I'm thinking like I should
K.
probably go ahead and
Roland.
get this down on notes.
K. Roland Muller Richard.
Okay,
Which
can
I
you
will
spell that
send-
out for me?
I will
Okay.
send in the world channel.
Very cool.
I can't ask if any of this means anything to Barracuda because he didn't go in.
Yep.
Happened to employ anyone else recently?
I mean, yes, I employ Beatrice there, and he points to Beatrice.
I'm gonna make an insight
This is
check.
the
Go for it.
This is the lower terrace, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and do an insight check as well
That's
with
not
that with Hawthorn because I know Gale is kind of suspicious as well.
Yeah.
11.
11.
Yeah.
He does employ Beatrice. That is true.
He does indeed employ.
13.
13. He does employ Beatrice.
That is 13. Yeah.
Beatrice is his employee. And she's paid well.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Knowledge acquired.
Knowledge. Knowledge.
We could have guessed that from the fact that he's offering 50 or 30 gold for this.
Yeah. He also said though that he's saved up for this.
Yeah,
he
but
also has an
my-
elven ID.
My insight
Yeah.
check was to check whether or not he employed anyone other than Beatrice.
Like
You
perhaps
know that he
Mr.
employs Beatrice.
Yeah, like perhaps Mr. Murdered.
Yeah, Mr.
Mis-
fucking
Grunt.
Yeah, Grunt.
Mr. Murdered Twig. Fuck, it's been a minute since Twig has been directly relevant.
You have no idea if he employed.
All right then.
You get a message from
Barracuda.
Barracuda. You get a message from Barracuda. Everything going all right, lassie.
Yeah. Nothing too much happening.
The way you said that didn't inspire me confidence.
Yeah.
You say yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I look to Gale as if going, should we do this? And then I
It
look
is
to
good
Henrietta.
money.
I
Yeah.
also look to Henrietta.
I've got no objections.
I can give you 5
Yeah.
gold now if you'd prefer payment up front. I know some people prefer that.
I suppose we'd be down then.
With the 5 gold up front or
Your dice
the
started
30
rolling,
after?
I kept them 4 up.
With the 5 gold up front or the 30 after?
5 gold up front.
5 gold. He reaches into a drawer, pulls out a small sack. Pours 5 gold out onto the table. Pours 5 gold out onto the table. Motions for people to take it. So you get 5 gold.
Don't just other one the money.
Listen, I only had 5 gold to my name.
Exactly. That's why we shouldn't trust you with the gold.
Your net worth has gone up by 100%.
Yes.
Your net worth has doubled.
Don't worry, if anyone actually wants the 5 gold, she'll.
I'll take
Yeah,
5 gold.
I mean-
Well, you're not there yet.
You forget, I am a money sink.
Yep.
Alright, well, I will get Beatrice to write down some of these the details, including where the rowboat is, and a small sketched out map to where the island is. Should be visible after a little ways out from the island, so it shouldn't be that difficult to find.
So Beatrice was a half-elf, a gnome,
Halfling.
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 Out of curiosity, what is the origin of halflings? I'm kidding.
What is the origin of halflings?
I was just making a joke.
Well, there was some halflings
Yeah.
that happened.
Well, because
That
halfling
happened.
comes from, the half something.
They're half
I
height.
mean, is that
Yeah,
They're
the,
half
It's
height.
a joke.
Yeah.
I know.
What's a ling?
So there was a man and there was a duckling,
Oh no!
no.
and they met someone who was half their height and called them a halfling
gosh darn it.
on a play on both of their names.
God
The duckling was very happy with this name, even though it didn't include the duck part. It was an inside joke.
Inside jokes are the best jokes anyway.
Yeah.
The duck grease.
I feel like
The duck is also now a ghost.
I feel like that whole story needs to be quoted.
Alright, so yeah, you if nothing else happens, then you go with Beatrice to another room.
Yep.
She takes out a little bit of parchment, draws out a map of where the rowboat is in relation to the town, takes out another sheet of paper, draws out a small map about where the island is, and then gives you a little bit of details, and says...
Yeah, Jeremiah's table's jank.
What?
Your table's a little one-sided.
Ah.
And so my tiger's eye rolls.
I don't think it's that the table is one-sided, I think that we're on carpet,
Yeah,
which
that
means that it
also could be it.
is weird.
That'll do it.
But it always rolls to this side.
Mhm.
So.
Here, I'll fix it.
So there's a rowboat on the coast. She tells you, by the way, the island is somewhat small. However, it is still a decent-sized island, so if you were to try and scour the top side of the island for the tree, could be a long time before you find it. I highly suggest there's a cave right at like a small rocky bit. If you will pull your boat up to the left of the rocky bit and then walk in a little ways, you'll see the mouth of a cave where a little bit of water kind of streams out. If you'll enter that, it'll lead you right to the tree.
The tree's in a cave.
The tree,
I'm
the
asking
way
this out
the
of
way the
character.
island is it's somewhat like a mound, and then in the center of somewhere in the center of the island, because it's not dead center, it's like somewhere in the island, there's a pit where the tree kind of exists in the middle of. And then there is a small opening that leads into this cave that goes to the out.
That's the answer to the guy that's not there.
You have trapped my tiger's eye gem.
So if you'll go into the cave, it'll lead you right to the tree. If you try and go around the top, you might wander for ages trying to find the exact little hole.
In my head canon, you're like, she's just talking, and then everyone's like talking to air, and everyone's just looking at her. Because you did just answer a question. I was asking that out of character, because I was just confused, like how you were saying this was. Thing.
She continues explaining that.
Into the air, got it.
Canonically, she explains it to them.
I know.
Yeah.
That was the further part of the explanation. It was kind of just.
That is certainly listening, because
yeah.
proficiency with navigation.
It's just headcanon. I think everyone but me is proficient in navigation.
Everyone but you is regular on this ship.
My dice roll horribly.
By the way, about how big is this
I think
building?
you don't put enough oomph into
Don't
your
worry.
rolls.
Soon enough, I'm going to be
This
proficient
one will
in
replace
every
the old one,
tool.
and I'll oomph it. I got an 18. That's
Death to
a.
Patrick.
This is super cocked. Like
He
so,
rolled a 14.
all right.
See, I told you. Just need to put more oomph into it.
It's a 4.
Hey.
But an 18. You get a small. You hear a message in your ear, like in your head, in an old man's voice that says, "Good luck with finding the tree. No need to be concerned, but also, why would you don't necessarily have to hide from me? I didn't do anything wrong. All I said was that you're invited to come see me."
So Vodka is really confused now, and I was gonna say like.
Oh, it's a K-Rowan.
Does that
Roll
name
chart.
mean anything to me?
Hmm?
Does that name mean anything to me?
That was on the scroll. That's the address.
Oh no, I meant does his name mean anything to Barracuda?
Make me a wisdom save. Or not
Save.
Not
Save.
save.
Ooh.
A wisdom save.
Would
Yes.
this be intelligence to just remember?
I generally will do wisdom for memory and then
Okay.
intelligence for knowledge.
Okay, so that's a 14
It's
plus.
like facts you're trying to remember that.
14 plus 4 is an
Actually-
18.
Actually, you make a good point.
It's either an 18 or a 19.
Int or wisdom as well. Dude.
Okay, then a 19.
19? Gotcha. Then, you might have heard the name once or twice while while making elf stuff. There was a short period. How old are you? You're 60?
Yeah, he's in his 60s, like early 60s.
For a short while as you began your career, you heard every now and then the name, but it shortly dropped off after that.
Wait, it said on the thing he's a loan shark?
Hmm?
Did it say, wait, you said on the thing he said he was a loan shark?
Loan Shark? No.
I heard loans for some reason.
Mulrichard is his
Mulrichard.
last name.
I just heard loan shark and I'm like, huh?
But you heard his name a few times as you started up business, but it stopped shortly afterwards. So it'd be like somewhere in his 30s something happened that made him like well known. But you never heard anything bad about him either. So it wasn't
Even from the hoity-toity elves?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So there's not really a concern to be concerned from what you remember, at least.
Gotcha.
It is weird that he knows that you're there, though.
It is.
Yeah.
And then he just cast a spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of confirms it out of character, but I was gonna say how big is the building about?
About 2 stories.
Gale
No,
gets,
like width.
Gale gets a message.
Most houses in this district are about the size of this room.
Okay.
His house is about the size of my house, with a second story that is about as big, but like twice as tall.
So he's just your
I was
house
gonna say, would you
stacked
say-
on top of
yeah.
your house.
Yes,
All right.
which is big.
Especially
That
from
vault, I guess, however far that way, would you say it's about
It's like-
60 feet?
It's like how if you thought of it as the dorms, it'd be like if someone had a dorm that was as big as 8 dorms.
Yeah, like I understand what you're saying. I just
Right.
I don't know the measurements of this house or whatever or the dorms.
We are on one side of the house.
It's decently
currently.
big.
Yeah.
It is decently big.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess if we finish receiving the message, or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna send a message saying, laddie, he seems to be very aware of my presence. What?
At this point,
Yeah.
you'll have all the maps, and Beatrice just kind of wishes you luck, and then kind of leads you
Alright.
out.
So yeah, as we're heading out the door, because I plan to do this in the first place, just because Gale's kind of suspicious with just being safe or whatever. Esoteric Eye.
What does Esoteric Eye do?
It's the Magus ability. At first level, you can detect arcane abilities of others. As an action, your eyes visibly flash with magic as your senses wake to the mystical energies of the multiverse. Until the end of your next turn, you know if each creature you can see within 60 feet of you has a spellcasting or innate spellcasting feature or trait. Just so you can learn each of those creatures' spellcasting abilities if they have one. Or I guess if it's within, if it's you have to see them, then I guess I would have done it as like walking out of the room that.
Mr. K's in.
Yeah, that K. Roland is in.
Yeah, so, Patrick does a thing, and
He now knows.
he now knows if that guy's a
spellcaster or not.
spellcaster.
Yeah, and I was planning to do this anyway, so.
He is a spellcaster, though.
Yeah, out
Yeah.
of character we know that now, but
Well,
yeah,
If, maybe not, maybe some funky
Yeah.
shit's going on.
who knows? Yeah,
Maybe he
some
used a
kind of
magic
thing.
item.
But yeah, definitely, as I did last session, flavoring using this ability as like sparks coming out of the side of his eyes, similar to Nekomaranidai.
Oh my, that's a sight.
So, Jeremiah, is this guy a
It really
spellcaster? And if so, what ability score does he use?
Give me 1 second.
Is that the only ability you have right now?
Only Magus ability for the most part.
What's your society ability?
Spell casting, but specifically cantrips.
Well, what society did you pick?
Primordial.
Alright.
Primordial seal.
What does that one do?
The elements.
Mm.
I'm honestly glad they're providing us a rowboat because I do not want to deal with the
Yeah.
glaring issue that is Kuda's Tokyo drifting into the harbor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like A, trying to get out of there, and then B, coming back in and paying just another $100 for whenever we have to get out of there
Did
again.
you guys
Does not
forget-
have the spellcasting or innate spellcasting feature,
All right.
so he does not glow.
That's
I mean,
concerning.
just in case, the
Just a
message
tad.
spell does have to be used from the person that's speaking. You can't have someone else cast message for you and speak through them. Well, does Beatrice cast spells either? Is Beatrice a spellcaster?
Beatrice is not, for sure.
All right.
So
Yeah, I guess
either
nothing
he
would
has
glow,
an
I just-
amulet of
yeah.
warding, or
Yeah. I guess nothing
I
glows
mean,
or anything. It just
if he-
I gain the knowledge.
If he casts the magic aura on himself, maybe. Because that makes everything
he also
seem
just has
non-magical.
he also could just have the fucking amulet of warding that just you're freaking hidden from literally
Well,
everything.
Possibly. Who
No,
knows?
because that specifically stops divination spells. It
Or
doesn't-
just high level enough that he can kind of just say no.
Yeah.
No.
Can
Well,
I mean,
actually,
I mean, DM can homebrew any kind of thing
Sure.
realistically.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah.
theoretically that esoteric eye ability can see a level 20 wizard whether he wants you to see him or not.
Right.
All right.
So it's most
So,
likely
yeah.
he used a magic item to message me.
So, yeah. Besides that slight retcon, because I didn't realize
Maybe.
it was also within sight. Everything else happens as
I mean,
normal.
if he casts a spell later, I'm gonna call hacks.
Maybe.
So yeah, you send the message to
I
Gale.
will say, I didn't homebrew anything with this specific interaction. I might in the future, but I didn't do anything homebrew for this. This is all by rules as written. So,
All right.
Then I'm really confused how I just got a message.
yeah.
So yeah, you
Unless
sent
he has
you
a
sent yeah and you
Weird
s-
sending item.
You said you like sent a message to Gale.
Yep.
Just notifying him about it.
No, because the amulet also says you can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
It's not
And it
magic,
says you are
it's
hidden
sensor.
from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic, which is divination magic. That is
Yeah.
not a divination spell.
Or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
That is like the scry spell.
Oh.
Which that's not. That is just a
That is
character
just-
feature.
Yeah, that is just an ability that detects. Hey, that guy's got a funky magic aura.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll send back that to my knowledge he is not a spellcaster.
Funky.
I'll keep that in mind. That
Also,
is definitely something to note, but he's not a
the
spellcaster.
message would have been sent after they left the room.
Ah, damn.
So you would not have been able to do that if you were doing it in response.
He was
to
doing it anyways.
No, because I was saying because I realized it said within. I have to be able to see a creature within 60 feet,
Well, he
not
was gonna
just
do that anyways.
detect
You
within
would have
60
done that
feet.
anyways.
Yeah, I was already
Okay.
planning on. I was just waiting until we're leaving the room. I was gonna
So
do
you
it.
just do that as like a flash as you're leaving.
Yeah, I was gonna do it as we're exiting the house, but then I'm still new to the Magus as a whole. So I'm like,
Well-
it's within sight.
well,
so
Patrick,
I just retconned
there's
that
a
bit.
wisdom caster.
Yeah,
Wisdom caster.
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta
I
say
am
DC of
plentifully
11.
I am plentifully aware of Hawthorn's spellcasting ability.
What little there is.
Yep.
Curing and
So you leave the house.
But a
Yeah.
baby cleric.
And I guess we begin making our way over to the rowboat.
Do you say anything to Barracuda because he still doesn't know the situation?
Oh yeah, I guess I was assuming
Hawthorn
we
whistles
go
as
pick
soon
you
as they
up.
get out of the house.
You know you're finding some sort of a tree.
She's looking in the
Yeah,
general direction
I'm
that
I'm not
you were.
exactly ducked in an alleyway. I'm just kind of roaming the streets, looking around.
Yeah, she looks in the
Also-
general direction that you were in, and then she just whistles.
Also, because it was a question you asked in session -2, and is something that is
What?
like a nature fact, you do know there are only 3 trees in the Arctic. So this is one of 3.
Oh.
Okay,
this is a question you asked.
I'm gonna walk
Very
up and be
nifty.
like,
Yeah,
so
during
some-
session -2, there weren't many questions asked, but one of them was how many trees are there in the Arctic?
There are 3 trees.
And I said 3,
Oh
and
my
I'm holding
gosh.
to that. There are 3, exactly.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, something about a 3? Do I know
There's
anything?
a
As an alchemist that does alchemy,
Mhm.
will I know if anything about a tree that's special?
No, because it's mostly medicines
Make
and stuff.
I make medicine too, Pyro.
You make
roll a nature
potions.
check.
Were you saying
there's
so?
a total
Yes.
of 20. There's a total of 20 large plants, but the rest of them
16.
are bushes, not trees.
Okay. So what's the 3 we're looking for?
Old man's hiring us to go get flowers from a tree to make medicine.
What kind of tree?
One of the only 3.
Because that tells me exactly what kind of tree we're looking for.
It's a willow leaf.
Willow.
It's a willow. Yeah.
Does Barracuda know what a willow leaf is? Because medicinal stuff.
Well, like I said, that was what the roll was. Do you know about the
Oh,
tree? And
no,
you
that
know.
was, do I know what trees in the area? That's what I was asking.
Oh, then
This
roll
is
another
spec-
one.
Well, this is specifically with my field of expertise of, making stuff with stuff, like alchemy and medicine. Because I do all that. So would this be a nature or medicine? Would this be a medicine check or,
Quattro said doo-doo.
So would this be a medicine
Yeah.
check? 'Cause I'm
Goddamn.
trying to be
This would be a nature check.
damn.
Yeah, if you're still making stuff with stuff, it's still
23.
23. You've heard of a willow leaf? It is not used medicinally.
you still have to go anyone
At
more
least
spoons
nothing you
until
have
you
done
can
with-
make stuff without
You've
stuff.
done nothing with it. And
What
we're
does he
not
want?
taught anything with it.
He
What
wants
does
to
he
make
want?
an ointment.
A what? Barracuda, the man that makes besides enchanting, he's also a master alchemist, medicine maker. He looks legitimately confused that you said he's making an ointment.
Mhm.
Why would he do that with it?
Because it has properties?
No, it doesn't.
I will say you don't know whether it does or does
Oh.
not. You do know that it has not been used in anything you have experienced.
Yes. I've never heard of it being used medicinally.
Which means it is not common.
Fair.
It's not.
And I'm not
it's
even
not
from this
even
place.
a rare people seek this out for medicinal things. It's no one would use it medicinally. That is still currently practicing. stuff.
Currently in practice.
You know, well, Barracuda's a traditionalist. He's he innovates, but he's never heard of this being used.
Well, she hands you the map.
Why'd you hand
We
this to
are
me? And he looks at it and
extremely
looks back at you. Why'd you hand this to me?
Seems like you'd want it.
Looks at it, looks at her. He flips it the other way. I don't know how to read this. Fun fact, I'm not a cartographer.
She takes it back and she goes,
Yeah, I
I
guess
forget you weren't the one on a ship.
I guess it is.
I'm
You
good
literally
at a lot of things. I can make it into most anything. I can't read a map. Never trained for it.
Yeah, I suppose you are the one party member
You're the
that
one
is not
party
seafaring.
member
And you just tried to hand him the map.
I am proficient in almost every other type of, like, tool. Except that
You are
one.
even proficient in cannons.
Yeah, I'm even proficient in cannons.
All right. So are we heading out today?
I mean,
Sure.
I suppose
Yeah.
so. Don't see any reason why not.
Unless you wanna go drink another fucking egg.
PM.
All right. Are we able to check on the map and see about how long of
It'll take
a?
about an hour to get out that ways.
Oh, okay, that's not bad then. Yeah.
Yeah.
About an hour to come back. So it'd be like
Guess
Yeah.
we'll head on over then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go. And she starts going
Right.
down to where they said the rowboat was.
Barracuda's gonna hop in the rowboat and just look at Hawthorn and just say, "Get rowing."
You want low.
Don't make me kick you off this
You
boat.
want a low.
How'd that
That's
go
not
last
low.
time?
That is 93.
That's
Well,
not
as
low.
I
That's
recall, you
just
fell in the
that's
water.
3 above the 90% that you wanted to get.
No, he was talking about like the
Oh.
last time you went against
Things are
him.
about to happen.
He went all fisticuffs on him. He went, die.
As you get about 20 minutes out from shore, a storm hits.
Well.
You're in a rowboat.
Ah shit.
Yes,
my bit.
but I've been through storms.
Yes.
Ah
So
shit.
you
my
have
biscuit.
you have because of that
He
a
looked-
chance to.
And plus a storm boy.
Yeah, he's gonna look
Right,
at.
you have a chance collectively.
He's gonna look at you and just be like, "This is, this
Hawthorn
is you,
is
right?
the one
Not
rowing.
me.
So it'll be a.
You're lucky as shit."
It'll be a navigation check.
I
Which if
can
you
do
have
that.
navigation skills and that is a add
I do.
proficiency,
Oh,
I do.
then.
Because
one
remember,
of-
you gave all
one
the
of
ship
you
people.
gets to make that check.
All right. What check is
ability
it?
modifier?
It's a
is it?
navigation, so it's you add proficiency if you're proficient with navigation.
What's the ability check?
It's not an ability check.
It's
It's
just
just
a straight
Just
money.
proficiency.
Check with
Proficiency
navigators.
if you're proficient with it.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
Do you have proficiency in
Pyro,
Pyro,
navigators?
you don't roll
Yeah.
that.
All right. I guess
I
we
do.
both do. We
All
three
ship
of.
people have proficiency in water.
Only one person makes a check.
Yes, I'm saying all three of us do, so any of us can.
Oh no! Why is Pyro rolling?
It's a 3.
Okay,
Nat
never mind.
20
Oh, there we go.
Alright.
So,
for 23.
so the storm hits.
Pyro just
it
leaves it on
starts-
4. It's changed those
It
dice
gets,
for the better.
It gets heavy enough.
No,
as
I've
a
left that
storm.
one on 20 every time you rolled it back.
It gets
No, I
heavy
keep
enough
moving
as
it
a
back,
storm
so-
that your
Fuck
ship
you.
starts getting like actually tossed, by the waves. and you ride the waves like surfing,
Pyro
like a
rolls
skateboarder
a 3 next
surfing.
time.
like
We
a
Yeah.
we use the jumps as like Mario Kart boost to get a
Yes.
speed boost when we land.
That is actually canonically what happens. Is you go
Yeah.
into skateboard mode with the rowboat.
Tony
And
Hawk
just-
Pro
I've
Skater.
Ollie
been
over
through,
these
I've been
waves.
through storms.
Gets
kind of
all the way to
ships.
the island, lands with ease.
Barracuda, like, as we land on the island, gets on the island, like, hugs the land and throws up.
Nice navigating.
Ugh.
Nice navigating, Hawthorn.
Thank you.
It is also now
Barracuda
raining
just,
hard,
like, sits there and, like, breathes heavy.
which is
You can't get me back in that boat.
Just throw your legs over the side next time. You'll feel better.
If I put
You
my
still
legs
want-
outside, I was gonna... You jumped a 13-foot wave!
Quit crying, Nini.
We're at the rowboat! The wave was taller than the rowboat's long!
I got us here, didn't we?
Next time, we are waiting until we see no clouds in the sky.
To be fair, we did leave when there were no clouds in the sky.
no one specified that they would check that.
Yeah, no,
You
we
just
left.
I just
left.
assumed then. All right.
you're always welcome to leave if you don't like the journey, so.
Dang, Henrietta kicking Barracuda out of the party.
Better get your sea
I
legs, goat.
just take Lionel and fly into the sunset.
Better get your sea legs, goat.
Can Lionel carry you?
when I reduce myself.
When
you know.
he becomes tiny
Enlarge, reduce.
Barracuda.
Yeah.
When he becomes Barracuda mini.
All right. Let's head into the cave then.
So Lionel is with you, by the way.
Yes.
Alright, I
Even
take
though
them out.
you're
I have said, he's
Yeah.
staying with me
Okay.
unless I say otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I
can
want you to
second
keep
that.
in
You
mind
said
he is
that
a
before.
metal creature.
He's enchanted, so he doesn't
Oh, he
rust.
wouldn't. Okay, gotcha.
Like
that was
if you
what I was making sure.
like if you have a +1 sword and you drop it in the ocean, it won't rust.
Okay, cool.
It's one of the things about magic items.
Cool. Alright, so yeah, you get
Alright,
to the
lead us
island.
to the cave.
You get to the cave. It is a large opening cave.
Alright.
Let
Is
us
there any,
find
like, Were the instructions just to the cave? Was the map just to the cave, or was it?
Just to the
The
cave.
instructions were to the cave, and if we follow the cave, we'll find it. We should
If
find
we
it.
follow
fairly
the
easily.
the water in the cave or something.
No,
Yeah.
if you just go through the cave.
Quick perception check for just, are there any creatures or things of note around the cave that we should probably be aware of?
Make that check.
1.
1.
No, I said, I was looking.
Gotcha.
It is a 19.
It's a 19.
All right.
There does not seem to be any creatures around. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any creatures around.
Okay. It looks safe, but who knows?
Barugur just starts walking forward. Come on, you weak pussies. he's being a little standoffish now.
Hawthorn just laughs and just
Feeling better
goes.
already, eh?
I will stop making those gloves.
This is the path. This is the cave. There is water flowing around the rocks here,
All right.
just kind of filling this area.
Oh, so it's like a sea cave.
What did
kind
you
of,
think it was?
Kind of.
I thought it was on the
Air
island.
cave?
Like I said,
I thought it was on the island and just like a regular
I
cave.
said, kinda. It is, water kind of stops right around here, and this is sand. Water kind of stops around here, and this is sand.
Yeah, but it comes from the ocean.
Yeah, it's
This comes from the ocean, goes to about here-ish.
It's a sea
And it's
cave.
like a cave, but there's like a
Well,
small
it's-
stream of water within the cave.
it's a cave carved out of water, like most caves.
So that's where it goes. Everything that does not have that filled in blue, which I guess I should add some green to be clear. That's the everything else is sand, and then it hits a rock layer about here, which follows that back.
All right.
Goes forward.
Just going.
Wait, you said that's a rock?
A rock layer, so it's like it
Oh,
goes
rock
from being
layer.
it goes from being like a sand surface to a rocky surface.
Okay.
Right, and then these are just the walls.
I was about to say, how are we gonna get in this tunnel then?
What, you don't have...
I mean, we
you
can
don't climb
climb.
like a goat?
Pickaxe time.
Pickaxe time!
Mine time.
I'm a goat. If you give me like a millimeter of purchase, I'm going up.
So yeah, so y'all go through the cave.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Make our way through. How bright is it in the cave?
It is dim light.
Dark vision goggles on.
Dim light.
Switching
I'm
to
gonna
dark
pull
mode.
the Hawthorn method.
Yeah, I literally have night vision goggles.
8.
Not
You
even
could
a
give them to
I don't think
the
your method's
actual human in the party who would need them.
Cool.
Um,
So you get through the cave. No
I
problem.
also don't have dark vision, so
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I don't think anyone in the party has dark vision.
You get
Yeah,
through
we
the-
do.
Oh wait, yeah,
Tabaxi have
Tabaxi
dark
do.
dark
Dude,
vision.
that's what
yeah.
I'm checking right now because I just don't recall.
We do. We have dark vision, 60 feet.
You get through the
You know,
cave.
I can check on my
no
freaking
issue.
like thing.
I literally
We do
have it
indeed.
written down.
Yeah, that's
right
what I'm saying.
here.
Like, yeah, I should have it written down. I do. God,
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
60 foot.
I've actually let both Henrietta and Kuda borrow these goggles before.
And that's where Kudo went.
Yep. Yeah, night vision on. Such a good item.
These are, oh, it's the tree.
Tree.
Nice spiral.
Thank you, I guess.
Oh.
Branches. I don't
Uh,
have brown. I'm drunk.
So close enough to brown.
good enough.
And then
The tree's gonna come
I'm gonna
alive.
change that color.
The tree's gonna come
to
alive and eat us.
Black to be roots.
This
Alright.
kills me slowly.
What?
You're mixing your ink colors, and I feel bad for your poor marker.
Markers are fine. And then this will not be roots, but it'll be trunk. So you can't stand on black, just so you know.
Alright.
Okay.
You enter right here, which I will delineate by a little zigzag. Henrietta's going to have a hard time because this is about to have map face stuff.
Before we go in, I stop at the like a few feet back from the mouth of the cave and just kind of look to see if there's anything in there
Same.
besides the tree.
There is not.
Besides the tree.
Well, you looked at the start of the cave. We're in the
Okay,
cave
yeah.
now.
That's true.
Here. Wait,
I'm making a perception check as well.
Yeah. Nat 20 again.
Alright.
around
You
the
die.
tree, all around the tree, is a fine, thin mist of like frosty chill.
20.
Would
my
I know if
perception
that's
check was a
normal?
23.
It is not normal.
Robert,
With
what-
your nat 20, you know that is not normal. Is not normal mist.
Fun fact: our perception checks were the same.
She
You got
kind
a
of
nat 20?
No, it's just my bonus is a lot bigger.
she kind of holds
So
you
you
guys
also
back.
know
She's
that.
like,
Yeah.
something's off.
What were
Make
we,
an
And she
Arcana
kind of
check
puts
if you
her
want.
hand
I'll
down
make an
to her
Arcana
dagger.
check.
Make an Arcana check.
what were we needing to get from this tree again?
You are needing
Flowers.
to get
Flowers.
Flowers,
these
that's
little
right.
flowers. which are
Jeremiah, how
on the
did a
tree.
29 do for an Arcana check?
I will also. May I also do an Arcana check? I'm proficient.
Sure. Anyone who wants to.
Was
you
this
can.
tree stealing winter instead of spring?
Not
Like what?
10.
10? You don't know anything.
Nope.
Proficient? What does proficient mean?
How does a 29 do?
29, you know what's going on. I'll tell you in a second.
You see, there's proficient and then there's expert.
I'll go ahead
Yeah.
and roll. 5.
Ha!
That's
You
my
said it.
disciple.
I also rolled a 5. I just happen to have +5, so it was
What
a
are
10.
we rolling
I rolled
for
a
then?
6.
Arcana.
Yeah, he didn't roll a 5.
Okay.
He rolled a 6.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
have a
wouldn't.
-1 intelligence.
Actually, now that I think about it, you might not be
You're
the best
dumb.
person to teach how to enchant,
I got a 7.
but you're the only other arcane person.
So
in
the
party.
people who got below a 10 would be Gale and Henrietta.
Everyone, but everyone
No,
but
I got a 10.
Barracuda.
Okay, you
got
got 10.
exactly a 10.
So not 10. I meant below a 10, not a 10.
Yeah.
My bad.
The
Okay.
10 was the first.
So Henrietta and Gale looks normal. Looks like nothing's going on wrong. This looks like normal mist. You should go pick the flowers.
Well, my
Um,
Arcana check was a 10. My perception was just a nat
Your perception.
20.
You know this isn't normal.
No, yeah.
Your Arcana check doesn't seem magical. It just seems like weird mist, like something that's not right naturally. There's some weird physics stuff going on that you don't know.
There.
and then
I think
And then
you
yours
should take-
comes around 29,
Yeah.
you said?
29.
God.
This is not normal mist. This is a trying to tell you how you would how a 29 gets you information. How does that information present itself?
All of it.
This is some sort of force, some sort of elemental force protecting this tree.
Elemental?
It would have been a summoned thing, not a created thing. And it would be summoned forth, likely to protect the tree from anyone who would harm it.
Gyros, take a couple of steps back, please.
You are all
She
not
kind
yet
of
in the
motions for everybody to
room,
go
by the way.
Okay.
You were
No,
just
yeah,
viewing it
I
from
stopped
back
you
here.
guys a few feet before the cave
First,
mouth.
Yeah.
Barrager's gonna like pick up a rock and he's just gonna kind of toss it in there.
Toss it into this.
Yeah, towards the tree.
Make
Like trying to hit
make a
like.
strength check.
I'm just trying to hit like the root of the tree if I can. 16.
16. Okay, roll to hit. Because you were both rolling strength to see if you make it that far, and also are rolling to hit to see if you hit the roots.
Are you
I
trying
don't think I'm
to chuck a
proficient
big
in
rock
rock.
or just like a pebble or something?
Like a pebble.
Hmm.
Would this be
But we're like
dex to hit
50
or
feet away from
strength
it.
to hit?
Your call.
Okay, Dex to hit.
I guess it would be dead.
17.
17? Good enough. Your rock rolls into the mist. The mist seems to blow it back so it doesn't reach the tree. And then the mist sort of starts to cluster forward.
Around the pebble?
Not around the pebble. The pebble has not. The pebble is somewhat outside of the range of the tree's root system. Just outside of reach, blown back by the frosty mist.
Okay.
Barracuda's gonna unsling his crossbow.
Okay.
And just shoot towards the ground near the tree.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Yes, roll the hit.
That is a 15 to hit.
Is it 15 to hit?
Yeah. Just trying to shoot the ground near it.
Shoot the ground where? Go ahead and.
Like in this area.
So like right there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. You go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, shit. 6.
6. Alrighty. As you hit, the mist sort of fully forms together into like a singular misty entity, and is the arrow penetrates and seems to slow down and then drop to the ground afterwards, as the mist kind of like forms around it. The mist is now in like a singular medium-sized space.
And Barracuda's going to take a couple more steps back and be like, so there's some sort of elemental summon in that mist?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Do one of us just make a run for it, snap off a branch, and try to get out?
Does a 19 hit?
Me?
Yes.
I'm like 80 feet away, if that matters. I'm at the edge of the range of my crossbow.
That does matter. It does not. And lands like right there. The pebble, it whips the pebble towards you. But the pebble does not reach all the way. It just kind of lands at the opening of the tree.
Lassie, I don't think you're gonna make it past it. Gonna be honest. That was
I haven't done anything
as if it were
aggressive.
aiming to.
It was aiming at me.
It then starts to redivide a little bit, not a lot.
Okay, this time I'm gonna take a pot shot at one of them.
Well, just
It's not really one of them. It's
like a
spread
clump.
out.
I'm gonna like a clump.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try and shoot a clump.
Well, we might just try approaching it. It could just be somehow chatting, maybe? Question mark?
I would also suggest that approach.
Instead of...
Be my guest!
Yeah, I'm just
Alright.
getting closer and seeing if it actually reacts. If you're just
You know
like,
what?
"Whoa."
Hawthorn,
Alright, so who-
Hawthorn walks closer.
I'm
Right, who
staying
enters the room.
75 feet
Right.
away.
Alright, Hawthorn's gonna walk close.
Put a marker down.
So,
Anyone else who wants to choose a marker?
I'm
throw
just
down.
staying where
Use
my
one of my
crossbow can hit,
Ocean
but
dice.
I'm trying to stay like 65 feet away
Keep
from the
that on
mist.
20.
Gotcha.
Someone pick up a marker for me, because I'm going closer as well.
Oh, we need to
I'll
probably...
get a D4 for Henrietta.
We might need someone to like
Yay.
stream with like a...
Okay. That also works.
Cool. Just so they look different.
Yeah.
I don't think I use a D4 for much anything, so...
But yeah,
I can pretty much
You
figure
put
out
some as well.
what the layout is just from
did
your
anyone
descriptions.
Put the
Yeah, it is just a very ovular room.
Hawthorn's gonna walk out with her hands up, but she's gonna ready her action to go to grab her dagger if anything happens.
I'm holding a shot for if anything happens.
Right, everyone roll initiative.
Hold up, I was gonna say, yeah, if you ready
Okay.
ready a
Just
spell...
walk up to it. It should be friendly.
If you ready a
Well, it
spell...
Seem like it's outwardly trying
If
to
you ready a
attack it, it's
spell
more like
and the
it's
spell
trying to
doesn't
protect
go
the
off, do
tree.
you use a spell
Oh,
slot?
maybe it was the description
If
of
you ready a
it's
spell-
protecting the
If you
tree
ready a
from
spell,
anyone.
You're not casting.
I don't know.
It's
But
protecting the
if you
tree
ready
from harm.
if you ready a thing,
No,
you
he
have to
said
specify a
protecting the
tree.
tree from
Yeah,
things.
alright.
So if you say I ready a fireball for when the mist solidifies, then if the mist doesn't solidify and it becomes your turn again, You don't get to fire.
All right. Yeah, that I was more
if it
making.
does
Yeah.
solidify, you will cast that spell.
I was more making sure, just like, oh, I ready a second level spell
And
or
that will
something.
take your reaction as well.
Yeah, I know.
that's
I'm
outrageous.
just making sure,
So
like, if the
you're readying a shot for.
I'm just if the mist moves in a threatening manner.
Okay.
yeah, I was just saying, just making sure that like I
And
just
I
because
also
I didn't
rolled
remember
a
the
12
rules,
for initiative.
so I just
I
wanted to
rolled a
make sure,
19.
like,
And Hannah,
readying
I
a
put,
spell
in Fresh
didn't
World,
waste a
the,
spell slot if
map.
it didn't go through,
Okay.
just by readying it.
And Jeremiah, like I said, I am doing my best to stay like 65 to 70 feet away from the mist.
You're not in the room yet, is
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
know.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's about 60 feet. That's about 120
Yeah, I know.
across. So.
I'm just trying to stay out of the general short range of most ranged attacks, which is 60.
So I'm gonna
I'm
ready
just gonna-
gust for
I'm just gonna walk
Hawthorn
right
was
up to
ready
the
in
edge.
dodge
yeah.
in case.
I'm readying or gust of wind technically. I'm readying gust
Readying
of
dodge
wind.
for in case you get attacked.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Readying gust of wind in case if the mist again approaches in a threatening manner.
Gale, roll initiative.
Yeah, I need to do that yet.
My initiative was 12.
It was almost an 18, but now it's a 7, so it's a 10 total.
And Henrietta.
17.
Low initiative game.
And then
Yay.
I need
I
your
always love roll initiative.
ACs.
16.
16.
Yeah, 16 at the moment.
15.
Yeah, everyone has a 16 AC but Hawthorn.
Gotcha.
Because I've got
All right.
Because Hawthorn's a nerd.
All right. So
Cause I've got my.
as
my-
you
I
begin
can have
to
a shield. It could be
approach,
18.
as you begin
Same.
to approach,
But
it solidifies into a single being. It is
But does it attack?
Is
No.
it threatening?
It stands there, somewhat like no face, but forms into like a somewhat personified shape. No legs, but kind of tendrils as arms that just kind of float there.
You mean no harm?
it probably doesn't speak English. Oh, common.
Can I just walk around it?
I also say that in Takaj.
Okay.
I say it once in
think it
common and then
speaks
one in
Takaj.
Takaj.
Okay.
If anything,
It
it
does not
speaks
seem to-
Orin. You speak. Wait, do you still speak Primordial?
Yeah.
I speak
So-
Primordial.
So
Primordial
Gale,
is-
you said you do nothing,
I
Or
mean,
you
like,
could-
I readied gust of wind, but
but you stay there.
all
We are now in like initiative order, so I'm
right.
going through.
But not in combat yet.
Not in combat yet.
I'll approach a little, just because I guess was Hawthorn approaching?
Yeah, Hawthorn continues to just slowly
Alright.
walk with her hands up.
Yeah. I'll do the same. I'll do the same
Can
next to
someone
Hawthorn.
put the initiative order in chat?
That would be Jeremiah. He's the one who's got it.
Weramua.
Hey,
I'm throwing it.
thank you.
I'm not including the creature because you don't get to know that.
The creature.
It'd be kind of confusing for us if we didn't know when it was going.
Well, you don't know when it's going yet.
Are you gonna add it when it goes?
Sure.
Well, because then we might accidentally skip its turn.
Skip its turn.
Hey, I think all the
I'm saying we might.
shorthand versions are actual words. Cool.
Ha.
Gale.
I'm pretty sure that's a word.
Hen.
Ha.
Yee.
Yeehaw.
Ha.
How does it feel having the lowest AC in the party?
Eats the mic.
Oh wait, I forgot to.
Oh,
Wait, I'm silly. I'm sorry. I did initiative wrong. I didn't even. Ah.
Yeah, no, haw is a word.
Ha
It's
is
the
the word.
fruit of a hawthorns. Which is, I mean, it's fitting.
So
Did not know.
not Gale yet. Sorry. Henrietta goes next.
Oh yeah, no. It's,
So
Okay.
you said
Ha,
you approach
noun,
anymore,
the
or
red fruit
of a
5
hawthorn.
feet, or
Slowly approaching
fitting.
with my hands up.
okay. So
s-
full movement or half movement? How many feet?
Stopping whenever it seems to get, like, guardy.
It's already guardy.
No, like,
as soon as y'all are in the
anymore,
room,
like-
it's fully formed and like
no, like, she's trying to judge whether or not it's okay to keep going.
it does not seem to be pleased that you are in this room.
No, but okay. I'll go halfway about,
Okay, that would be 30 feet.
Yeah.
Cool.
and she stops there.
Okay.
Just
halfway's about 30 feet. You said.
Yep.
All right.
Henrietta.
I'm going the 30 feet as well, but I'm going to try and stay on an opposite side as Hawthorn.
You said this is an elemental, right, with my 29? Does it seem to be some sort of wind or mist elemental?
I
Seems kinda
suppose
cold.
I suppose it's a mist elemental.
Seems kind of cold and icy.
Does my 29 not give me some feeling?
I suppose it's some kind of misty thing because
No,
it's
metagaming
mist.
for you.
No, like I'm just legitimately curious what this thing's element is because it's an elemental. I'm trying to.
It seems to be made out of ice and mist. So it's not a fire one, at least.
Thank you.
Or a lightning one.
Or Earth.
Right. It's only one other thing
Well,
that
it
it could
could-
be.
Well,
Unless
no,
it's homebrewed, which is also possible. Hence why I'm not telling you.
I'm just curious because I'm trying to figure out what elemental language it would speak.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like, I'm thinking it either speaks Orin or Aquan.
Barugur is your turn. You are not in the room.
I'm going to keep holding my shot until it like makes a threatening move at somebody. And
Wait, if it speaks Aquan, I could speak Water Fountain.
and then I'm gonna.
You can. If you want to try, you can.
Well, and I'm about to like let y'all.
I
say like, if anyone speaks elemental, stop trying to speak to it in our languages because it doesn't understand that probably. Try Aquan or Orin,
Yeah, I mean,
and that's my turn.
I was
holding
going
a
to,
shot.
just hadn't gotten to my turn yet or anything.
Holding a
so.
shot for in case it moves threat.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gale.
All right, I'm going to approach in a similar fashion on the other side of Hawthorn, and
320.
can I hold?
It's
Can I?
about 40 feet going that way.
Oh, is it?
You go like one space back.
All right.
Cool.
I guess I'll just approach straight up then, just 'cause I'm trying to make sure
Gotcha.
I'm not in anyone's way or whatever. Would I be able to hold my action as Gust of Wind and try to speak to it? Like, would speaking to it cost an action?
Speaking is a free action. If you try and make a persuasion check or something, I might say that would have to be an action.
All
but
right.
I will tell you if that's the case, and you can choose not to make that.
All right.
So, but you can speak as a free action.
All right. So, I'll go ahead and say, in Primordial, I guess.
Which is like dialect elemental.
Well,
yeah, it's dialect is because like Primordial
if you
is the
speak
language.
Primordial, you can speak any of the
Yeah, because all the other ones are just
Elemental
dialects, but it would make the most sense anyway to be like that, like Aran dialect anyway.
Mhm.
I would assume that's what I would assume that would be the natural Primordial that I would know, or the one that I default to anyway.
So you speak Aquan, you said?
Aran,
Orin. Gotcha.
It's the arrow.
but regardless, it's still Primordial, so it's all the
So
same
it would
language.
understand.
Mhm.
So say what you're gonna say.
If
it understands.
Yeah, I was gonna go say like I go ahead and like let it know like, hey, we're just like we're here to gather some of the flowers from this tree. Is it all right if we do so?
Quickly, just with my nat 20 perception check from before, would I notice that there was any fallen flowers on the ground?
There are not.
No flower for you.
Wah.
The elemental.
Shut up, Rio.
The elemental seems to understand you, and seems to shift its focus somewhat towards you, as it kind of moves.
Earth through the mist.
Does not respond yet.
All right. Did that take my action then?
That did not take your action.
All right. Old gust of wind.
Gotcha. It will move forward 5 feet. It is not within range of anyone's melee attacks yet. It is still 10 feet away. It does not attack, and it is not seeming to be threatening, but does seem to be defensive. It seems to be defensive, standing in front of the tree now.
Guilty Shard.
Instead of standing under
might
it, it
have
is now
physical
standing
resistance.
in front of it.
Guilty Shard will bypass that.
And I will also say, you can't really see the vertical height of this from there, so I'm going to draw over in this little side here.
All right.
The tree is kind of like a normal tree, where it goes up and branches out into the tree.
All right.
With
So, like,
more branching up above that.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem because we got climbing speed, so. if
That
need
height
be.
would be about 12 feet, maybe 13.
All right.
I'll write that out.
From ground to branches straight up. Ground to
Right.
leaves.
So none of you would be able to reach it unless you jumped,
Or climbed.
or
Counterpoint.
climbed,
Hover goat.
or hovergoat.
Who's actually gonna get sent that way.
The mist element, the water elemental.
Oh, he let it slip.
It's not actually a water elemental.
I know.
But the like misty, watery, icy elemental is, by the way, not standing on the ground. It is kind of hovering in place as a mist.
Makes
sort of
sense.
creature. So, if you do send hovergoat, there is a possibility it could.
Oh no, I was assuming this thing could fly.
Gotcha. Just making sure you.
Gale. Gale. Ask if it would be willing to bring us some flowers, so that we don't have to come in contact with the tree.
All right. I can once it's my turn in initiative.
I assumed speech was a free action.
You can take free actions on your turn.
Fuck you.
Okay.
On your turn, you need your reaction. Hawthorn, make a con save.
Is
Sad.
it still Hawthorn's turn?
I don't know. whose
Is
turn
it my turn?
Like Gale did his thing, the elemental did its thing, and now that's where we are.
Sorry. Just making sure that I have everything ready for anything happening.
Gotcha.
Right, so now it stands forward, takes a sort of a defensive stance, and then Hawthorn, is your turn.
I say what I said to Gale, and I don't do anything else. I just stand there.
You ready
Yeah.
to action?
I'm still holding that dodge if I need it.
Okay, Henrietta.
Going to try speaking to it in Aquan with the question Hawthorn was asking. Just,
Or
can
that.
you bring us some
Yeah.
flowers?
So we don't come into contact with the tree and whatnot.
Yeah.
If that's what you're concerned about.
It speaks back in a very bubbly, Aquan, thick Aquan accent. Thick Aquan accent. None may touch the tree.
Okay, we're
It doesn't want anyone
don't
to
want
touch
to
the tree.
We don't want to.
Not even itself, most likely.
We're gonna have to murder this thing.
That's all it says back is just none may touch the tree. Anything else you do?
I'm just gonna keep moving.
How far forward do you go? You are about 10 feet from being in its melee range, just so you know.
I'm just going as far as I can.
Do you want to go into its melee range, or?
I don't care about that. I'm the party's tank at this point.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So you move forward. As soon as you're within its range,
A lot of stuff's about to
a
happen.
lot of stuff is about to happen.
I was holding a shot if it makes an aggressive move. I think it was holding an attack if anyone moves within its range.
I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw.
I'm assuming I'm making my shot now.
About to.
Ooh,
Yeah.
After it goes is when your held
Yeah.
action goes, and your held action goes,
and then
and your held action goes.
well, it's, her is when it attacks her.
Well, hers was for whenever it makes an aggressive move.
Yeah.
Oh, so congrats!
Yeah.
You're now dodging.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, it's hitting Henrietta.
To be clear,
I
dodge-
No,
was
it
Dodge
was
does give
if
you-
it goes to attack me.
Gotcha.
do I
It
have
does
to
give
roll
you
anything
by the
right
way,
now, you said?
Dodge does give you just it makes attacks rolls with disadvantage, and you make dex saves with advantage.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
But it's not attacking me.
right, but it wouldn't do anything if you use it now, anyways.
It's like, oh no, it's attacking Henrietta. I must die.
And that goes for the entire turns or the entire round.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because technically, like, yeah,
it's
'cause
actually
you,
more
like you
beneficial.
don't really hold the dodge act. You like because
You just
dodging gives everything again every attack against you disadvantage.
But
For
her
next
trigger
turn.
was anything that would make her like do deck save or be hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
It's kinda funny.
Then,
Yeah, so I don't use it
Henrietta,
anyway.
what was your
That's fine.
strength save?
18. I rolled well.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, nice.
Henrietta just goes burr.
The dice give it.
I
and the
got a
dice take it
19
away.
and I'm at -1, so I'm happy with that.
All right.
Wait, do we have 3 party members with a -1 in strength?
No,
Okay,
I have
so-
a +0.
I said 3.
So you pass
1, 2,
it. As you pass it, it seems to whip around and throw a gust of like frosty air towards you, and you see just as you like break out of a quickly freezing beam of ice that shoots up around your feet, you break out of it and continue walking for the rest of your movement, which gets you to almost the trunk of the tree. You're like 5 feet away from the trunk.
Okay.
I rolled a 24 to hit,
Cool. 24 does hit.
and it takes 12 magical piercing damage.
Gotcha.
So if it has
Good distinction.
non-magical piercing resistance, it does not have resistance.
Cool.
Actually, me, Henrietta, and Hawthorn all have magical weapons.
Gotcha. Barragur.
Oh, speaking of that,
Mhm.
speaking's a free action, right?
Yes.
Can I just call out to Berger, hey, can you give me something for the sword?
Uh,
That short sword.
go forth and slay, my good girl.
Go forth and slay.
Oh,
All right.
I
So
forgot about that until just now. I'm
Yeah,
glad
I was about to say something because it was about to be my turn.
Paladin of Barragur.
you see, as you say, go out and slay. You see that the blade lights up with a sheen of what type of damage does it do?
Slashing.
What
It's
is
just regular.
what's the effect on it? It's +1 whenever it's
It's +3 to hit and +2 damage.
gotcha.
It's just a pretty good
But
sword.
it has to be
Sheens.
activated by a command.
Right, it sheens with some sort of like reflected light. Barragur, you catch a quick glimpse of hoof prints on it,
I just realized this would be useful for something Barragur wants to work on.
And-
inspect that sword.
and Henrietta, you see a quick glimpse of it. Even though it is completely angled away from Barragur, you see a quick glimpse of Barragur's eyes reflect back from the sword
Dope as hell. Whose turn is it?
Interesting.
as it sheens with newfound power.
Okay.
It is now Henrietta's action.
My action was moving.
Oh,
No, that was your
no,
movement.
that was your movement.
Movement is movement.
You have an
Oh,
action, a
crap.
bonus action, and a reaction.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
use your dash to just sprint up the fucking tree.
I mean, sure, I'm sprinting up the tree.
Do you have a climb speed?
Nope.
Then I'm gonna need an acrobatics check.
I mean, if you want, you can hold an action until one of us get up to the tree and we can try to
Did
bounce you
Tabaxi
up.
have a climb speed?
Yes.
Tabaxi do,
Tabaxi
yeah.
has
I
a
mean,
climb
yeah,
speed.
yeah, because we were contemplating you jumping on the
23.
table at that point.
23, nice. You scramble up the entire length of the tree. You are now within the branches of the tree.
Cat shenanigans.
And I think
Alright.
that's all I can do, right?
Also, yeah, gust of wind went off, right? Gust of wind. My held action would go off then.
Oh yeah, your held action also.
Oh,
goes
yeah.
off. Well, what's gust of wind do?
It is casting one range from self in a 60-foot line. Concentration up to a minute. So the line's just gonna be like an area right this. I'm assuming I can make.
Is it a cone or is it a line?
It is a line.
It's a line. It would not hit anyone except for the elemental.
A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you
Ooh,
choose.
10 feet wide, not
Yeah.
just 5 feet. That would hit both.
Well, it doesn't. It's not.
Well, could I angle
Wait,
it in
you
a way
could, you
where?
could angle it.
Yeah.
You could angle it.
Yeah, I was about to
My
say.
bad. My bad. Still figuring out
Yeah,
some
you're
stuff like
good.
that.
Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to you. The gust disperses gas or vapor, and it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames in the area. It causes protected flames, such as those of lanterns, to dance wildly, and has a 50% chance to extinguish them. And as a bonus action on each of your turns before the spell ends, you can change the direction in which the line blasts from you.
And it lasts a minute.
I hate these dice so much.
I love those dice.
How far does it get shot back? Because a 9 does
It's when
not
it-
save.
It's when it starts its turn.
Oh, when it starts.
It
its
also
turn.
dispels.
Not right now?
Dispels
Each creature that starts its
mist.
turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Gotcha.
to
So
be
it's when it
pushed.
starts its turn.
I don't know how much that like does, but like it also just dispels mist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It doesn't
specifically says
dispel mist.
it scatters it.
extinguishes.
No,
any
it
vapors.
also.
It also the gust disperses gas or vapor.
Right.
like this.
So that's what I figured it would do something. But yeah, if it failed to save, it moves.
An elemental is not a vapor.
That is true.
It gets
Oh,
It can be
pushed.
made out of vapors.
It's
it can
made
be
of
made
vapor,
out of vapors.
but it's
That's
actually
because it was like that's
it's
what it
actually
initially-
just
that was
elemental
that was the idea behind
energy
it.
incarnate is what it really
Wait, does
is.
that mean it has to like recoalesce?
Possibly
We'll
depends
see
on how
on
the
its
DM
turn.
depends on how the
Scattering
DM
it-
does it.
It's
We'll see on
dividing
its turn.
elementals gets funky. Sometimes it does massive
Yeah.
damage to the elemental. Sometimes you make 2 elementals.
Gale,
It gets funky.
is that the end of your turn?
Or that would be my
reaction.
held action.
Oh, yeah, that was your held
my
action.
reaction. held
Barragur,
action.
you did something?
I
No.
I haven't done
Barragur,
that.
your turn.
We just finished Henrietta's turn.
Right, Barragur, your turn.
I'm going to walk up a little bit. Say,
How far forward?
I'm going to get within 60 feet of Hawthorn.
You are within 60 feet of Hawthorn without walking into the room.
Ah, fun.
You said you're 65 feet away from it,
Aye,
which means
true.
you're 40-ish away from Hawthorn.
And I'm going to say,
Or 50.
well, well, Lassie, go crazy! And suddenly, Hawthorn becomes size large.
Oh fuck!
All melee attacks
Large Hawthorn!
Dang.
as I cast, enlarge reduce on Hawthorn. Specifically, enlarge. You have a D4 to
She's
all
now
melee
the size
attacks.
of a weretiger.
Weapon attacks have an extra D4 of damage, doubling your dagger's damage dice.
Fuck yeah.
And you have, and your size is doubled in all dimensions. Weight is multiplied by 8. You grow a size category from medium to large. Then until spell ends, you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws. And your weapon grows, and you deal an extra D4.
Alright, you're just gonna have to remind me when it comes to
I will.
other stuff like that, because
So this thing makes you make strength saves. You have advantage on those.
Nice.
These
Roll
extra
strength
dice
checks.
are also you.
Yeah. As suddenly, we now have Swole Hawthorn.
You now have weretiger Hawthorn.
Yep, and then as my bonus action, I'm gonna be like, Lionel, go sport, and he's gonna fly 30 feet towards the peoples. He's gonna he's gonna stay out.
Like-
He's gonna stay about 20 feet away from this thing, just
Okay, so
ready
about
to
there.
Yeah, he's ready to do
Behind?
medigoat.
Behind Hawthorn or
Yeah, behind Hawthorn.
Okay.
Hawthorn's dagger is
Uh,
now the size of a sword.
Yep. Besides, and I'm just having Lionel nearby to medigoat.
Gotcha.
Nice.
All right. It is now the elemental's turn, so it will make a strength save.
Oh yeah, it's now in my melee range.
Jeez.
Because I'm
Well.
now a size larger.
Oh.
All right.
Fumble
Well,
crit.
sadly, forced movement doesn't cause
The crit.
opportunity attacks.
It's still
No.
good. There you go.
No,
That's how
but
you
if
gotta
it
roll your
moves
dice from
away, I
now
get
on.
one.
So
Well,
it
not if it's pushed.
Oh no, not if
it
it's pushed.
utilizes the push to kind of whip itself around, moving a little bit further this ways.
Alright.
It left
Gets to
melee.
there.
Hawthorn now has a 10-foot melee range, so it was in
Oh
your
yeah,
melee
yeah.
range.
So it takes an opportunity attack if you would
Yep.
like to make one.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Use guilty shot.
I was gonna right damage it.
It leaves it whenever it hits here.
Sagely.
I don't think I can.
Is it going for me? I
we
take offense.
might not find out if she does some sort of grapple effect or something like that.
No. Sadly, Hawthorn does not have Sentinel.
But she could just grapple attack.
Oh yeah. You,
Hence
how do you
my
grapple missed? I was.
you could try.
Do you want to?
How do you
attempt-
grapple mist at disadvantage?
I want to point out stuff like
Try.
wind,
I-
fire, and water elementals.
What do you wanna do?
immunity
Can
to
I
grapple
make an
conditions.
attack?
Oh, really?
Can I make an attack with Guilty Shard, but choose not to have that one be
Yeah.
the one
No,
that...
it's when you make the attack, you can choose to heal.
Okay. Alright, then I'll just make a straight attack. Yeah. It's a Guilty Shard attack, so it's Dex.
Yeah, it's Dex plus proficiency.
16.
Does hit?
You should have a +6 to that. Because
Yeah,
Dex
'cause
plus
I-
proficiency.
Because my proficiency went up. That's... Yeah.
Does Guilty Shard count as magic damage?
It is
Yes,
indeed an
it
enchanted
is
weapon.
indeed an enchanted
magic,
weapon.
Because it's a magic item.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Even common enchanted magic items
Still do
bypass
magic
immunities.
damage.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, it's magical slashing.
Gotcha.
Or magical piercing.
Gotcha. Alright.
Did you remember to add your dex damage to that D4,
Oh,
2d4? So, it's
8.
2d4 plus 3.
8 damage?
8, yeah.
Gotcha.
8 magical piercing.
Oh,
So you
Slash.
slash into this creature, splitting off like its arm of mist, which slowly reattaches as it travels the rest of the distance. And as it gets to here, it uses its action to do a very similar effect of what it did to Henrietta, except this time what it does is slams into the ground with its own mist, disappears for a moment, and a wall of frost appears. Right
oh
across
fuck,
this.
you're cut off.
Uh-oh!
Lionel's in here though.
Whoop-de-doo!
Completely sealing off this entrance.
Okay, time to make plans.
Does that wall of ice count as a secured object?
What? Secured object? Is that like an object secured
I would
on purpose?
say so, but I'm not
Alright.
sure exactly how you're defining secured object.
Well,
Because like it's not attached to the elemental,
Alright.
but it is attached to the floor, walls, and ceiling. It's a complete
Gotcha.
wall
Alright.
of just solid ice.
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself and get the hell out of Dodge.
Cool.
Because if I'm dashing, I have a 70 move speed, so...
That's fair. But I mean, you can't even get in here.
Do you think it's coming at me? You think I'm going towards it?
So
It came at you and put a wall in front of you.
Oh, wait, which side of the wall is it on?
it is on
Its
this
side of the wall.
Ah, okay, not
Yeah,
my
I
problem.
You
I
were
was about to
completely
say.
not in the room.
I thought it stuck itself with me.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Ah, I'm fine with this.
Seals off the room.
You're
I see
already
this as
you're
an
already
absolute
you're
win.
already the hell out of Dodge.
Well,
It
I can
occasion-
now just many-goat with Lionel.
I
can
know,
still
that's
cast
why I was
spells.
saying.
solidifies the wall as it slams into the ground, dissipates into the floor. The wall appears. It is in a mist like spread across the floor. It is now Hawthorn's turn.
Oh shit. So it's
I have
not
a different thing I'm gonna
it
do now.
is currently across the floor, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna
It's currently like spread across like the entire entryway. It slammed down hard and
Side
just
of the wall.
okay.
fog starts to like, or foggy sort of frost mist fills the floor.
I'm going to hold my action, looking around to see if it pops up somewhere.
So you're holding your.
I'm holding my attack action for when it pops up somewhere.
Or if it solidifies
Yeah.
within range of you.
Because if you throw Guilty Shard, you lose.
Yeah,
your
I'm not throwing Guilty Shard, so yeah, if it comes within range of me,
Gotcha.
I gotta make
I have a
that.
10-foot reach now, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's
Henrietta.
at 10-foot reach. Henrietta, you're at the tree.
She'll
Just
just go.
trying to get these flowers.
Yeah.
Get a lot, because Barracuda wants some.
She'll just say, Gale,
Yeah,
stay
just-
by me.
Get lots of
I'm
flowers.
getting flowers.
All the flowers. I rage loot.
I'm not gonna risk, like, cutting off branches of the tree, because that sounds like it would make a bad situation worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Don't
You're
do
already
that.
taking flowers. How many flowers do you
Yeah.
take?
As many as possible.
Yes.
The man asked for a bouquet. He didn't ask for like a set number.
Well,
so
before we went in
give me a
here,
rough number.
Barracuda said he wanted flowers to study.
Right. So how many flowers are you gonna pick? You can pick up to 20 in one turn.
Just do 20
I'll just
then.
go with
20.
20.
Okay.
Okay, here's my plan. The three of us fight it. Henrietta picks flowers. Win-win situation. Barracuda's gonna make so many healing potions with these things.
Wait,
Or whatever
I counted
you
that
can
wrong. I'm dumb. Okay. So I took away 10.
You took away 10.
I would assume I have some kind of, like, bag or
Yeah.
satchel or...
Yeah. Jeremiah did say we have infinite pocket space as long as we keep it reasonable.
Yeah, we're not gonna shove an entire mountain in our bag.
Or a
Alright,
person
so-
in our pocket.
So
Nope.
you got those 20 flowers.
Hey,
Can she use her cunning action as a rogue to get more with a bonus action?
No.
Dang.
Cunning action. is
cunning
for
action is reaction.
disengage.
Oh no, cunning action is bonus action, dodge, hide, or disengage.
Right.
Yep.
It makes
As a
you
bonus action,
incredibly
you
mobile.
could get more, but you've already taken a significant number from this tree. Because the flowers are pretty spread out.
Yeah, I would suggest
Okay.
just getting the hell out of Dodge now.
Yeah. Do I still have my movement?
You.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you also
Yes.
have bonus action
Okay.
dash.
Right.
I will bonus action dash.
So how far is your movement?
Dashing to 60.
30. So
30, so 60.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get all the way down the tree, and then about there, which means you are now within range of Hawthorn.
I'll just take the in range with Hawthorn and be like, okay.
Yeah,
'Cause I
but my
can't see
trigger
there.
was specifically the mist.
Oh yeah. So Henrietta, currently the exit's been sealed by a ice wall.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, that's where the wall is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
That's where
separated
that went.
Barracuda.
And
Yeah.
Barragur's on the other side.
Well,
Barragur, it is now your turn.
Well, guess what? I don't need to see where I cast Flaming Sphere, and also I can see through Lionel. So, I cast Flaming Sphere on the other side of the wall.
Where do you cast?
What is Lionel's AC, by the way? I forgot to
Lionel's
get that. I
AC?
forgot to get that. I think it's 12,
If
right?
you murder my goat. It's 13.
13, gotcha.
Yeah, and I can see through Lionel, so I'm casting a Flaming Sphere right there.
Which is a 10-foot.
It's just a 5 foot, it's a 5 foot orb of fire. Placing it here, and I'm going to, as I cast it with my action, bonus action, I'm going to have it ram the wall.
At you.
Which does what?
The wall has to.
At
Okay.
you.
Well,
Flaming sphere.
I'm gonna be about 15 feet away from the wall. I got it right here. A flaming sphere. As a bonus action, you can move the spear up to 30 feet and ram the sphere into a creature. I can ram it into a wall, right? You're not gonna be all semantic about that.
You can ram it into a wall.
So it has to. Yeah. So it has to make a dex save.
8 fails.
have
Obviously, it's a
It's a
wall.
wall.
It doesn't
Dex
move.
save.
the wall make me a dex save. It takes 2d6 fire damage. It takes 7 fire damage.
Gotcha.
Now is this?
Wall is right in the
Also,
world.
I'm
when
gonna-
walls
I'm
continue
going
feel
to
different.
go about like 35 feet away from this, 40 feet away from this wall.
You said how much damage?
7 fire,
7. Gotcha.
and I'm gonna walk, and I'm gonna back up about 40 feet from this wall.
Gotcha.
Want nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Also, if anything starts its turn, or ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere, it must make another dex save or take 2d6 fire damage. So, what initiative count is this wall?
Say again? What?
At the end of a turn, a creature takes 2d6 fire damage for being within 5 feet of the orb. So
Gotcha.
what's the initiative count of that wall?
To not have one, it will not be taking that.
Oh, it's still. Do you want to just do it like initiative count 20? It takes a little bit melty damage.
Maybe we'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
Lionel
trying
still
to
has an
melt
action
the
if you
wall.
want Lionel to do something.
Lionel's going to land on top. Oh, he's like gonna hover goat right above Giant Hawthorn.
Gotcha.
He's gonna go into hover goat mode and just like hover above Hawthorn.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Gale.
All right. So
Also,
I've still got Gust of Wind up because that is concentration.
Also, I'm out of second levels, my guys. So
All right.
That's fine. I got you
So you said
with my 2 whole
Yeah.
spells.
The Gust of Wind
well,
is still up.
If I cast Cure Wounds, it's 1d8 plus 10.
I have Spare the Dying as
the
a bonus
mist,
action,
like
30
that's
feet.
like
True.
fogging up the ground, does somewhat
no, I'm
flow
just
into
saying
that
about
every now and then. It just kind of
my
pushes
nuclear
back and
slots.
away.
Mm.
So there's still like a clear line of no mist.
All right. Can I Gust of Wind toward the ice wall? Or like I could, as a
you
bonus
can,
action, I can reorient the direction of the wind.
So you can do that.
It doesn't put up my orb because that's magical fire.
Yep.
Just like how it's magical mist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just clearing the way a little bit, if nothing else.
It doesn't actually have a clause for magical mist. It has non-magical mist. It says mist or vapors.
Right.
It does say non-magical fire. So therefore, it'll dispel like a fog spell, but it won't clear a fire orb.
Cool. So yeah, you do it.
Yeah.
That's your bonus action.
That is my bonus action, yes.
You still have an action, a movement,
Yeah, I've got
a
both.
reaction.
I do indeed.
Which way is your line facing? Towards the orb?
Yeah, towards the orb of fire now, yeah.
It's 10 foot, so I'm gonna do that.
Hannah, I'm sending an updated map of where, like, so you can
Okay.
see what positions are. You are the purple D4, in case you're curious.
And
Alright,
And
thank
the
you.
pinkish D6 is my fire orb.
the cluster of random dice is Hawthorn.
Okay.
And then the yellow one on top of the cluster of dice is Lionel.
And the blue dice that's a d4 next to the cluster of dice is Gale.
Gale. Yep.
And we don't know where the
Okay.
mist elemental is.
Nope.
It's
Alright.
just kind of spread out as a mist at the moment.
Oh, I need to wait. When we murder this thing, I need to collect its essence. It might be a useful material.
You can try.
You're
Can-
turning, you're
I will
turning
say
into
I have a
Ashen.
kit. I will say I have a book that tells me like what to give people whenever they harvest from creatures that they
Yeah.
kill.
Fuck yeah.
So if you ever want to harvest something from a creature,
I mean,
Shoot
this
me a
is the
message.
first like creature
Or
that
just
we
tell
can
me.
harvest.
yeah.
I mean, if we
True,
do
this
murder
is the
this
first
thing,
actual creature that
that's
we've come
worth
across.
that has anything worth harvesting.
Right.
I'm not
Alright.
gonna harvest a druid.
So did you
You
say...
also didn't defeat the
Yeah.
druid.
Yeah, we
I
did
showed
end
him
up
his
killing
boss.
him.
I showed him who's boss.
Yeah.
Are
Pissed off a random citizen.
you a citizen if you just live as a bear in the wild?
So you do that. Do you have any action?
You said the ice wall was like covering the entrance in its entirety.
It does look like
I
it
mean,
has
I'm sure
been
it
melted
is a bear
slightly
saying
by
that.
the orb, but not enough to be
Alright.
like,
Come on,
Good.
you
Yeah.
know
I would assume you're only gonna allow like
we
fire
need a
damage for the
carnival, and
most
I'll just have,
part.
like a dancing bear.
you can try and hit it if you want.
No, I just
It
noticed
doesn't
like
get pushed
just
back
singing
by
a
your
bear.
wind, if
Yeah.
that's the question.
I mean, not
All
the straight
the-
one.
all the
I was
other, like,
debating doing
patrons just,
Thunderwave
like,
initially,
both
but I doubt
scared
that.
and
like-
impressed, like,
If you want to, you can try.
No, there's gonna be like, and he's gonna.
I
have,
won't
like, a
tell you
little
whether it
bowler
works
hat,
or
and
not
he's gonna
until
like
after you
put
do
it for
it.
tips.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he's gonna sing like, because it's a bear, he can't actually speak.
Let me find out lightning alert works real
Come on,
quick.
Pyro, you know you want it.
the bear necessities, but it's all of us grunts from a bear.
So, when did this turn into a death metal singing session? Because I'm all for that.
You know, lightning lure is probably Xanath. It's lightning lure is Tasha's. Gosh darn it, that's why I'm not finding it.
That's why the bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life. Disney, please don't sue us.
Now it's actually copyright. Before the session started, we were listening to music, and Henrietta was like, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but copyright.
The bearer of bad
And
news.
now we just copyright struck ourselves.
Alright. I'm going to go
The warning
ahead.
came way too early.
Oh, that's so sweet, though.
I'm
At
gonna
least
go ahead
we
and hold
remembered it in hindsight.
lightning lure.
Lightning lure.
Lightning lure for
For-
whenever it.
Yeah, no, you don't fuck with the mouse.
No,
When it reforms.
don't mess with the mouse.
Gotcha.
the mouse don't mess around.
My entire marching band got kicked out because two little kids. Look, we got banned from Disney World because two kids from like years ago stole from Disney World.
What?
They got caught?
Yeah. You mean they didn't? What do you mean?
Well, how
You don't fuck with the mouse.
Well, so wait, they stole but they got caught in the act of the theme.
Yeah,
I passed my
pretty
turn.
much. They,
Alright.
they got caught in the act of stealing, and now
The
my entire
mist.
marching band is banned from Disney World for years.
Let me tell
Well,
them a
reforms
pro
right there.
tip. Don't get
Including
Alright.
you?
Yeah, including my
and then
year. We
seems
were banned from
to-
Disney World.
Yeah, it looks like that's not within 15 feet.
It's not.
So, so I
it
cannot use my
reforms.
reaction then.
And then kind of
Literally,
rears
that
back.
happened like a decade before
just kinda
my year of
stays
marching band happened,
floating
and I
a
still
mist
couldn't go to
there.
Disney World whenever it was like my senior year even.
Alright, it's reformed and it's just sitting there at the moment now.
Hawthorn. It is right there.
Is there?
Mhm.
Oh,
It has reformed. It is not within.
it is
10
not
feet of
within
you.
my range. But is
Right.
it my turn?
It is now your turn.
This is your turn. Go stab it.
I'm gonna bonus action
Stab,
Crimson
stab,
Right.
stab.
I'm gonna bonus action Crimson Right my
So,
Guilty shard.
so
Gotcha.
D4.
And then I'm gonna go up and stab it.
So D4 for Crimson right?
Yep, D4 for Crimson Right, which means I need another D4. Someone hand me
How
one.
close
My
are you
D4
to
is
it?
right out there.
How close do you get to it?
Within my melee range, so 10
Okay.
feet.
10 feet.
So,
Gotcha.
make sure, because you've got to, like, cut at your palm or whatever for the...
Yep.
Get the Crimson right off.
Yep.
What kind of damage is your lightning, right?
Oh wait, no, I don't think Crimson Right. I don't think Crimson Right does.
Unless
I
I'm
think
thinking
you're
of
thinking of
something
It deals
the.
damage to you.
No, I think you're thinking of the
No, because everything that you do is just damage to you.
No, one of them doesn't.
It's above
Using
action.
the
I'm
base
sh-
Blood Maledict. Using base Blood Maledict doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Okay, so
Yeah, you gotta take a little bit of damage.
I take whole 2 points of damage,
Right.
And now you have lightning damage, right?
and now I have lightning damage.
Yep.
So you have 2d4
So you-
magical slashing, magical piercing, and 1d4 lightning.
Yep.
I should probably tell Jeremiah the lightning damage exactly in case it has resistance to that.
Yep.
Or maybe it has resistance to piercing.
This is the first non-humanoid that you
Yeah.
all have fought, as far as I'm aware.
It is.
So yeah, you gotta tell me,
Okay.
because there are
That was
resistances
an
and
11,
Ooh.
so that'd be a.
things. And immunities.
You have a +6.
Oh yeah, plus 6, so 17.
17.
Does
Yeah.
it hit?
Oh, 17 to hit. Yes,
Yeah.
does hit.
So roll. So 2d4 plus 3.
So you watch as Hawthorn, like as she's running up to this thing, just goes across her
roll
palm.
roll your lightning d4 separate, or just say like it's my dice or something.
Okay. It's your dice that's doing all the lightning damage. But she goes up and there's like sort of like red electricity in contrast from Gale's blue. Just
Big damage.
Huh?
You've taught her well. She's joined the dark
7
side.
magical piercing, 2 lightning.
Yep.
Blood Hunter Lightning versus...
How much?
She does 7
Storm
magical
Lightning.
piercing and 2 lightning.
Gotcha.
Magical piercing.
Gotcha.
Or slashing. Are you slashing or are you piercing?
slashing.
Okay, then
Because I'm not.
7
I'm not
magical
about this.
slashing.
All right. You see that your blade slices through just as effectively, rips an arm off, slowly reattaches, but it seems like kind of a thinner connection there. And then you also see that spark of lightning reaches out trying to catch onto something, catches onto some of the mist, but slowly just kind of circles back into itself and stops.
Okay.
Does not seem to be effective.
Uh-oh.
So- Does seem to do something, but
Okay.
doesn't seem to be wildly effective or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
In contrast to the slashing damage that is magical slashing that just rips the arm off and slowly reattaches, this is just slight damage.
Okay. So either it's resistant or does nothing.
Or it's vulnerable to magical slashing.
Yeah.
Henrietta, unless you have something else you're gonna do.
Henrietta.
What?
Don't think
What's
so.
he doing?
Yeah, go
It's your
ahead.
turn.
I'm going to just try, make an attempt to run over and attack it as well, though I don't know how effective it'll be.
Cool.
But hey, I have a plus 10 to hit now, so
Roll to hit.
Actually, yeah. Henrietta should have plus
yeah, that's a 16 plus 10, so
That's
26.
26
Does a
does
26
hit. Does indeed hit.
Alright.
About your
Okay.
brothers and your stuff.
and because I would also be next to Hawthorn, right?
Well, Hawthorn's in melee with it. So.
It is not within 5 feet of it though. She is within 10 feet to stay out of.
Well,
Stay at max range.
Exact.
So you are not within 5 feet of Hawthorn.
Yeah, so I just
And I'd be in the middle. In the middle, because if Hawthorn is 10 feet away,
Oh, you could. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can be. I
I
did not
want
think about
that bonus damage.
Yeah, you
from
got it.
sneak
You got
attack.
it.
Sneak attack.
You got it.
get that sneak attack.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, this is. Oh, let me add
A lot, probably.
13.
13.
Wait, no.
You have
Plus 2
3d6
damage.
now.
15.
You have 3d6 now if you.
15. 15 what?
Magical, physical.
It wouldn't be magical, would it?
No, it is. That's a magic weapon.
Yeah, your sword's a magic
Oh.
weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You've got the service
Yeah.
She's got the serpent sword, yeah.
So
Yep,
15
go
damage.
forth and slay, bitch, slay.
Slay
That's
queen.
God, please never do that again.
All right, so
It's not a ton of damage, but it's damage.
15 is a good amount.
That's
Yeah,
a decent amount.
That's a good
That's
amount.
more than anyone else has done this far.
Yeah.
However, as you step into range and slash into this thing, a full chunk of the mist falls off of it, similar to how the slashing has happened before. It rears back and follows through with a readied action that it took, and causes an attack on you.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge does what?
She
How's
takes
the
half
damage?
So wait to see if
From
it.
everything.
Wait to see if
Okay.
it hits first. Wait to see if it hits first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, uncanny dodge happens when she gets hit.
it just
Yeah.
happens.
Well, it doesn't.
Or it's like she has the option to use it.
It literally
one-
just slices the damage in half.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what type of damage it is.
Nope.
It doesn't. It only works on attacks. However.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep,
Rogues,
So
baby.
yeah.
Rogues, baby.
Dope rogue shit.
Yeah.
So, fun fact,
This dice
she
has been
can't-
failing me.
Uncanny dodge my fireball. But she will have evasion eventually for that. She might already have evasion. Nope, that's happening.
Does a 21 hit?
Yeah. Uncanny dodge.
Cool. So you take half damage from this.
Wait, instead.
Hmm?
Wait, no, that's stupid. That's. What does your inspiration do again? Or
it's
DM
advantage.
inspiration.
DM inspiration?
I think that's been used
DM
already.
given.
Oh, DM
Because
like
I have an inspiration from
inspiration by
That's
default. Inspiration
Wait,
by default.
So
That's advantage.
inspiration that I gave you, that's just +1 inspiration, or just inspiration, gives you advantage on any roll you want to use it for paying
Okay.
1 inspiration. DM
So I
inspiration
can't
I've given
use it
up.
to disadvantage him or anything. Okay.
No.
No, that's DM inspiration.
DM inspiration
Yeah.
I've given like once or twice maybe,
yeah, I think it was
uh,
once.
but I think both of those have been used.
Yeah.
If you have
Okay.
one of those, then that would cause disadvantage on one of my rolls.
What would the one for letting you know 24 hours in advance be? That's just the regular.
That's
my
negative
XP.
XP.
That's not inspiration at all. That's just
Or like
No,
the
no,
one,
no.
like no, you did get one. You did get a inspiration for that. That would just
Gotcha,
be
that would
generic
just be-
inspiration.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
unless I
thank you.
specify that it's a DM inspiration, then it would just be normal.
Yes, a 21 hits. Yes, I'm taking half damage.
Cool.
I love the yes, I'm taking half damage.
So you take
It's rounded.
right.
Yeah.
You
Some kind of
take
class that says, "Hey DM." You
Is it
take.
rounded up or down?
Let me check.
You
It's
take-
rounded. Most everything in D&D is rounded down.
Yeah, I thought so.
It just says have so. I guess round down because
When
that is
you
the default.
like
Yeah.
so like when something has resistance, which this is practically, it say when you take half damage, you always round down.
so you take 4 bludgeoning damage, and then take an additional. Wait, no. You take 6 bludgeoning damage and then 2 frost damage, or cold damage. Sorry,
Is that already halved?
that is halved.
Hey,
That is
I'm
already
back to my level 4 health.
And then it makes its second attack. Does the same thing.
Oh, 2 attacks.
Yep.
well, you got to have
A
damage.
10 does
from
not
one
hit,
another.
so it
Alright.
just whiffs. And that is its ready to action. You have a bonus action left.
Can I attack it again?
Not as a bonus action, I don't think.
Nope, that's
No.
not.
That is a bonus action.
Unless
no.
you have two-handed.
Unless
Oh
you have 2
shit! I
weapons.
forget Hawthorn has two-handed.
Yeah, because you're just
Yeah.
doing daggers over there.
Yeah, but I did
I
do.
don't have two-handed.
No, like she specifically has the two-handed fighting style.
Okay, so I guess that's you.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless though, like that just
2 weapons.
that just it it does the same. Like it has the same restrictions as 2 weapon. Besides, like
Okay,
it just
my turn?
allows you to use your.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. I'm
But
going.
you can only
to...
do that if
The
you have the
ramming.
two-handed thing.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'm going to have it circle around so it's on the opposite side from Henrietta,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to have it ram the elemental. Make me a dex save, my good sir.
Very, very well.
What am I gonna do for my action? Because that was my bonus action. Well,
Action.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't.
Does a 15 save?
No, my save DC is 16.
Oh, man.
All
nice.
right.
Nice.
Nice.
You
close.
take 3 fire damage.
3?
3.
3. Gotcha.
It's 2d6. But when it starts its turn, it's gonna have to make another save.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because it's 5 feet, I made sure it's at least away from Henrietta, where she's not in its 5 feet aura.
It is not.
And
she is
then, action. Trying to figure out what I want to do for an action. I'm going. Okay, through. Are there any like loose rocks and stuff in here?
Sorry, I have the senior design thing real quick to check.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, ask that again.
Is there any like loose rubble in the room?
There does not seem to be. It seems to be a really smooth rock floor.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Hawthorn. I'm gonna cast Catapult on just a random thing hanging off of Hawthorn, like a dagger or something.
Lionel.
No, I'm not casting. I'm using Lionel.
One of my other
so
daggers.
I'm
You could
casting.
pull a gear off of Lionel.
No, I'm
I
not gonna
have-
break Lionel.
I have 2 bladed weapons, so
Well,
that might just be
Hawthorn's
easier.
even said that she's got a bunch of daggers just hanging on her belt. I'm
Yeah,
casting
pretty
a Catapult on one of those daggers and having it run through the elemental. Make me another dex save.
Alrighty. That's an 11.
Okay, it takes 3d8 magical bludgeoning.
It just rips through one of the handles.
6, 9,
Because Hawthorn's large, so she just stays in place, but Catapult just...
16. It takes
Right
16
through the rip.
magical bludgeoning. Because it's from a spell effect.
That's fine, I had 3 daggers and one of them was guilty star, so...
It is starting to look thinned, which is going to be the mist's equivalent of blood.
Bloodied.
Yeah.
It's looking thin. Alright, Lionel.
It has a lower density.
Lionel's going to hover goat.
Density is the same, the amount looks less.
He's just gonna hover goat, kind of just vibing near Hawthorn.
So if there's
Okay.
less in the same space, that
Gale.
would mean a lower density. Would it not? Or am I getting that wrong? If there is a lesser amount within the same amount of space, that would mean there's a lower density of the thing. Right?
With a uniform material, yes. With a non-uniform material, it can have lower densities in the center, while the outside remains the exact same.
Alright.
Think about it like this. You subtract 5 pounds from the center of an ice cube. Just, like, suck it out. The outside of the ice cube can be the same exact density. You've
Fair.
got less material. It doesn't mean the whole ice cube is less dense.
I
But
suppose,
it does
yeah.
mean that the ice cube is lighter, is
All
less thick.
That's fair. Yeah.
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 That's similar to what's happened, is it's lost some mist.
Gotcha.
So Gale, it's your turn.
Oh, it is my
Go,
okay.
Hamilton. You got your wind.
Yeah, wind's currently going at the door, mainly just trying to keep the straight shot there.
And the way with people being positioned, you would not be able to hit him unless
Yeah,
you hit
that's still
everybody in the
everybody.
line.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yes.
Literally everybody, but me. Actually, right now, if I get through the ice wall, it's gonna start hitting me. Maybe drop concentration on that, because that's free, and then just do something else. Use your concentration on something else.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got anything else I'm wanting to use concentration on, necessarily. So I guess I may as well keep it up in case I want to do anything with it. But I realized that because of Magus level, I just have Create Bonfire that I forgot about, so that should probably help with melting the wall.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to
I
just
mean-
go with attacking the thing.
Either or. Barracuda's gonna spend the rest of his actions starting to break the wall, and then bonus actions ramming it. So, But right now, if we make it through the wall, I'm going to get blasted back 15 feet.
Yeah. I will reposition my wind to just be
Fart.
like behind everyone.
Extremely aggressive fart.
Which
No.
is where? Which is where?
Just like going just the opposite direction or whatever. It doesn't get in anybody's way.
Extremely aggressive fart.
Shut up.
Katoot.
Yeah. And I do want to just like
Katoot.
flavor just the whole gust of wind thing is just like it's like lightning's like
Lightning storm.
it's like leaping from Gale, but just like the fur on Gale
The
is very
static
like,
charge of the floor sucks things
Yeah.
backwards.
just like all the fur on Gale is like whenever it shifts direction, like all the because it gust of wind originates from the caster. I like to imagine like beginning at Gale with all his fur and everything. Like the fur like blows in the direction of gust of wind, and whatever it changes, the fur adjusts direction.
Cool.
And then it's just the wind going.
It's
behind
literally him
So,
just taking the
backwards
wind
flow.
and shoving it massively that way.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
So you do that. That's your bonus action. What's what's action?
He just takes the air in the room and creates a vacuum.
But I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna do it that way instead, just so I can run around and.
So like
actually do
this.
the thing. Yeah. Because it stays originating on me. I forgot about that.
This is your room in Cuatro. Using the mushroom as an umbrella.
There. Okay.
I'm a tiny owl.
Yep,
This
you're a
is
tiny
one
owl
foot. This is
under an
one
umbrella.
foot.
Sometimes it's cold.
Find the spells.
Lizard.
Wizard feet.
Or is that just my
Your
interest?
subclasses.
If you want to know what a spell does, I can also
You're
tell
both. You can
I
be
have
both.
Peter here. I can
Oh,
go.
do you? Yeah, see if you can look it up before I can find. Oh, I found the spells.
If I can be a trash mammal and a
Tell me
goblin,
the name
you
of the
can
spell,
be
I can pull it
a
up.
kobold
Create
and a
bonfire.
tiny owl.
I found it. Alright.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, great bonfire.
Does it-
Reverse uses spell. Soul spell, magic bonus.
Hey.
Oh, that's just from
Cast bonus to
that's from Skyrim.
Alright.
Wow.
That's just Skyrim.
It's an action, does not require concentration.
The
Yeah.
Alchemist mobster.
Alright. So yeah, I will go ahead and move about right here then or something like that. And the gust of wind would follow him pretty sure.
So instead it's going like this.
Yeah, I think it's still just like going like that. The direction
Hey,
stays,
no, upside
but
Nepalese,
regardless,
they
yeah.
gonna change that.
The direction stays. It just got a new origin
Oh god,
point.
it's on my.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna
So
have
it's,
every Loch Ness monster.
yeah.
I'm talking like a Dawn accent.
Loch Ness the mobster.
And you do the bonfire?
Yes, and I want to flavor the
How do you
aesthetic
know
of that.
can't
It's
be
like
someone missed.
I kick the ground and lightning, the
Yep.
blue lightning travels along the ground right up to the fire elemental, and then like transforms into like a whirl
some
of
kind
like
of
fire
and-
where the
Yeah.
elemental is.
And
And then as per the spell, make a dex save.
Oh wait, it is concentration, my bad.
what is?
What?
The bonfire.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
okay.
It creates a bonfire on
Yeah.
That's right, I guess it
Yeah.
stays. Oh well, cool. I'm fine
If
with
you don't
that.
want to do that, you don't
I'm
have
fine
to.
with losing concentration on gust of wind.
Cool.
Not a big
I didn't-
fan.
Yeah.
Well, now it has to make another dex save against fire on the start of its turn.
Mhm.
Natural 1, guys.
Ooh.
These dice hate me.
Oh.
After
Alright,
that,
so that's
alright.
a natural 1.
You
So
should have a
that's-
second dice damage for cancer.
Yeah, it's because I'm at fifth level character
So
now.
2d8.
Yep.
2d8 fire
Behold the
damage.
green hair.
2, 8, 10 damage.
And then it goes. Whoop.
2, 8,
10 fire damage, and I guess magical technically.
Well,
because
I mean,
spell.
all fire damage.
Yeah.
Cuatro.
Yes, I see. Long Nick.
Okay, so
On its turn, it now has to make 2 dex saves.
It is surrounded in flames.
now it is its turn. Oh,
Okay.
it actually only makes the second dex save if it ends its turn within range
Ah,
of the
okay.
bonfire.
Well,
But it does have to take it for your...
yeah, and even if it succeeds, it takes half damage.
That'll be a 13. Wait,
I rolled
13.
double 6s.
So...
Alright.
12 fire damage.
Shoo. And it will immediately begin wailing on Henrietta again.
Okay.
Let's see if this dice does better now.
Twinkie, Henrietta. Twinkie.
Yes, it does. That's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. And I don't have my reaction anymore, do I?
No, you do it. You've had your turn since then.
Yeah, you had your
You
turn.
had your turn since
You've
then,
had your
so-
turn since then. You
You
get
have
your action.
No, because it was ready action. So it was after her turn.
Yeah.
True.
Oh.
No. Yeah, she used it
It's
on her.
okay, I can
She used
take
it on her turn. So, alrighty.
Well, actually, technically,
This one's-
if it had a ready action for once something came.
5 bludgeoning damage and double ones, guys. Good night. So 5 bludgeoning damage and 1 frost, and we'll make its second attack on you as well. 15 did not hit, so it does not hit the second time.
So that was how much damage going to Henrietta?
6.
6.
Alright.
How's
So,
Henrietta
again,
looking?
not much.
35. Still doing
It's
pretty
still
good.
over
Still
half.
better than the
Yeah,
two
still,
of you.
Still
It
over
will
half.
then move.
What do you mean the two of us? I have like almost max health.
Yeah.
No, I meant like her health pool is still bigger.
No.
Actually, no. She's exactly the same amount of health as you. Actually, no. You've taken damage.
Yeah.
No, because Hawthorn's got 37 max, you said?
Yeah, and I took 2
You
damage.
took 2 damage. They're
Yeah,
currently at
they
the
have
same
the same
HP.
HP.
They're at the same HP at
And
the
that
moment.
is that's the bonfire, by the way.
Alright.
So it moves 5 feet to the left, which doesn't exit anyone's
Nope.
area. Yep, that is its turn. Hawthorn, your turn.
Ew.
It
I'm,
is behind Henrietta. Which I don't know the rules for. I don't know the rules for large combat enough.
I
the
mean,
dagger
still in my
over
melee
my head.
range.
I will.
I can literally just reach over
Melee
Henrietta.
range with
Yeah.
Henrietta can sneak attack.
Okay.
Yeah, you may as
no,
well go ahead and
even
just
if-
move around the side.
It does say
What's the dice
advantage.
next to Henrietta?
It either has that's
This is the
bonfire.
elemental, this is the bonfire, this is the...
Because sneak attack is
Oh.
advantage
Fire
or enemy
sphere.
within 5 feet of it.
Cool, I'll just move collectively over here then.
Alright. Gotcha.
And,
Yanks.
stab.
Within 5 feet of it? Or
Yeah,
10
within
feet?
5 feet.
Okay.
So that she can get the sneak.
Yank.
Do you also get this? Oh, no,
No.
Henrietta.
So she can.
No, but I can attack twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's plus 6 to hit. That would be a 12.
Does not hit.
Didn't think so. Bonus action. Stab again. 19 hits.
If you're offhanding a weapon, that means this one's not going to be magic. Because you have to. The bonus action would be with your other dagger.
Oh, hopefully there's something at least.
Well, it's
Still
13.
doing damage.
Remember, you
Yeah.
still have your plus 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 19 to hit.
Oh,
It
I thought you
hits.
said 13 to hit.
No. Well, I mean, it technically is still magical because Crimson Right
What
is
are your
magic.
What are your meta
Is that
magics?
on the
Twin
dagger?
and careful.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Which
I think careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was on the guilty shard.
no, yeah,
It's like I can do
okay,
it
so it's
secretly and
not
I can do
Gotcha.
Yeah, it is
Like,
on
a single
you
target
get 2d6.
twice.
2d6.
Oh, 2d4, I mean.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right, because you use dagger like a nerd.
You also do not add your ability.
Ooh, max damage 8.
No, plus your 3, remember?
No, because it's a.
Oh,
no,
plus
because
3.
no, because dex.
Yeah,
It's a dex
I'm
weapon.
two-handed. I do have two-handed fighting style,
She's
so I
a
can.
Give me
Fine,
1
fine.
second. I'm trying to find the player's handbook to weapon fighting. Because everything is on
She
line
gets-
except for feet.
The bonus action 2
It's
weapon
not
fighting.
Two weapon fighting is a
It's
fighting
fighting
fighting style that martial classes get.
Gotcha.
And
That's
she-
what I was missing.
yeah.
Okay.
And
so
it,
she
it
gets
just,
it. So Hawthorn gets it from Blood Hunter.
That's
It
what
just
I was
gives
But-
Okay.
Like they all, it's like just different. Like fighter gets like nearly every single one, but like other
fighter gets
closses,
everyone.
yeah,
Besides
fighter classes have,
Druidic Warrior.
yeah.
Gotcha.
A
Okay.
Ranger has one.
That's what I was
unique
missing.
to
Thank
Druidic
you. Sorry
Warrior.
about that.
You're good.
Okay.
It gives you 2 cantrips.
So that's 8 to 8
No, it's 11.
11.
Non-magical.
non-magical. Cool.
Yep, and I can add my ability modifier
Yes.
Yes.
because of 2 weapon fighting.
Hence 11. Gotcha. Alrighty. Henrietta.
I am attacking again. I still get sneak attack again. So
Yeah, so an extra 3d6.
does a 29 hit?
Yes.
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 Jeez, what are Henrietta's rolls?
God!
I know.
Sneak attack.
So
Good shit.
I'm using these new dice, and like I'm pretty sure they're not weighted, but who knows?
Mhm.
I hope they're not. Oh wait, not. I don't think they are.
Shh.
21 damage.
All magical?
Right.
All magical or non-magical?
That is magical.
All magical because of the sword.
Yep.
Cool. It dissipates into mist on the ground.
Okay, Barracuda.
Yeah.
Barracuda's gonna start trying to keep trying to break through the wall with his fire orb and his arrows.
I'll just say you can eventually get through the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Bonfire will help.
You've just killed the only combat creature.
Yeah.
So
and then
now it's just repetitive combat
And then
stuff.
I'm gonna go out and take some vials and attempt to collect this thing's essence. Because elementals are valuable.
Hold on. Let me find the right table to give you that. Okay, roll me an Arcana check to see how much you collect.
Roll an Arcana check, Barracuda. 31.
Nice. Nice. So you get all the items.
Is this a one-upping contest now?
I crit on the Arcana
I
check.
can't get higher than a 30, even if I get a nat 20, so.
I crit
Someone
on my
have a coin?
Arcana check.
Someone have a coin? A coin, anyone?
A coin,
no.
no.
Coin. A scarable count as 1, a non-scarable count as 2.
I have a
Non-scarab, please.
Nah, it's not. I mean,
I'm a
balance.
court.
Which, I guess this isn't either. But,
Ha!
2...
2!
I don't know where it went.
It landed on non-scarab.
Gotcha. So that's 4. 5.
Didn't get max.
Cool.
Big sad.
You find 5 small shards of ice that are glowing with blue light.
Okay, I'm definitely like collecting those, putting them in containers, sealing. I'm putting this all in alchemy stuff and alchemy equipment, so harvest, and that's what I get. 5 glowing shards.
I am going through stuff. Hold on.
Oh, sorry, there's more. Ooh.
There's a lot of stuff. You got a good score with harvesting.
I mean, I got a 31. What'd you send?
You get one that is you get one more additional one of these ice shards that are glowing with a slightly more teal colored light.
Okay.
Be afraid.
Be afraid?
Mm-hmm.
No. I am a brave boy.
There is a small amount of actually, hold on.
You'll have the entire month of March. Don't worry about it.
I'm confused what you're counting down to.
Tryouts opening.
Ah.
You have the entire month of March and a week after to submit your character.
The 6th of March is my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, am I gonna get something for you doing this competition on my birthday?
Sorry, I can't be swayed, or it would be unfair to everybody.
I mean, you have drawn art of Stray, so.
I've drawn art of a Moonstone Dragonborn.
You also get
You just happen to be the only Moonstone Dragonborn.
do you have a pouch or anything that you would like to...
I carry stuff like pouches, vials, over.
Okay, so then in one of those pouches you are also able to collect a small amount of, like, a breeze that flows from, like, nowhere.
Okay,
So you're able to, like, collect...
You're
You're able to collect the SpongeBob and Patrick bag of winds!
I feel like a seal of the jar would be better for that. Than a
If you want, you can use that instead.
Yeah, well, it's just like, that's sealed. A pouch you can... I think we're all well aware that pouches they're not airtight.
Yeah,
like
so
something I would
you get
seal.
you get those.
I already know what I'm gonna do with that breeze that blows from nowhere.
Do you know what it is?
No, but I have an item. I already have an item planned that's perfect for that.
Okay. I've written down what each of the items are and what they do. in a little short item description
Cool.
that I saved on my computer. So if you want to know what they do, if you cast Identify later on, you can get them.
Well, Barracuda's going to definitely figure out what they are.
Gotcha.
He's gonna like.
If you spend like 70 minutes, so like a little over an hour, and 7 of the Identify spell slots.
Actually, casting Identify doesn't take a spell slot.
Gotcha. So yeah, if you spend 70 minutes to do it, you can identify all of them, and I'll just tell you what they do.
Sure.
Cool. The 5 shards that are just normal blue, if they are covered in water or dropped in water, casts create water centered on the moat, or on the shard. They're moats of elemental water. They can also be used as material components of a commune spell to contact a deity in the elemental plane of water. Dope. Using either of these abilities destroys the moat. Gotcha. The teal one is Heart of Waves. It's identical to one of the other shards except for the coloring. Can be used for the same purposes. Additionally, it could also be mastercrafted Conjuration, though, so not you, but mastercrafted by a spellcaster into a portal to the elemental plane of water. So if you find a Conjuration Mastercrafter, then you can do elemental plane of water portal.
Don't feel like going into a plane of infinite water.
Yep. And then you also have that gust is a gust of warm breeze, invisible to the eye, can be detected by magic, or if a search is performed to look for a small area where wind seems to blow from nowhere, which you would know and have done whenever you were doing the Arcana check to gather, harvest elements and stuff. It can be used as a material component of a Conjure Elemental spell, which has its casting time reduced to 1 action, but can only summon air elementals. So
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm planning to use these for no spells. I'm going to use them as crafting components.
Yep.
I'm an artificer, not a wizard.
Says the one who was just like, I can make medicine in a way.
Artificer. I'm specifically an alchemist. I enchant items and make potions.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
a
you
crafter.
just said I don't not make potions.
Okay, so
one of the things I have an idea for these is making a potion.
Alright, we got some flowers.
Like, okay,
We
whatever.
got some flowers.
Yep.
We do have flowers.
So you have 20 flowers. You can pick the rest of the flowers if you want.
I
not
would say
a good idea, but
no.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hawthorn goes up
Trees
and
looking kinda
Barracuda's
bad.
going to suggest that we give half of the flowers to that guy, and he's going to take the other 10 and do some research on them.
Hawthorn's gonna
That sounds
climb up
okay.
and just get 2 for herself. And then she's gonna...
And for the rest of the minute that Hawthorn's enlarged, there's going to be goat on head. It's probably obscured in the fluff.
Yep.
Honestly.
Hawthorn can probably just reach up and grab stuff without having to climb into the tree at this
Yeah.
point.
She just takes 2 and then...
Because, Hawthorn has doubled, once again, in every dimension.
She's very careful, but she wants
Hawthorn
to
is the
specifically
tallest.
get
Yes.
some of the seeds from the flowers
Mm-hmm.
and try to preserve those in the little pouch.
You can try.
I can try.
Like you can get the seeds for sure. You can try whatever you want to do with them later on, but fair warning, there might be a reason why there's only 1 tree.
That's fair.
I do technically have the highest nature. I have really good int sports and int ability.
Yeah, because nature is knowledge of nature.
No, she just...
I'm an old learned
Well,
goat.
they are in the Arctic, so...
Yeah, maybe it grows better in the crags or something. Or the jungle.
Maybe.
Let's take it to Kuda's home and plant it.
But, no, she gets the seeds and then she separates the petals into stuff that probably could be used for anointment later for anyone else who does anything.
Barracuda's going to, once they get back to the island, go to the crafting area and go specifically to the alchemy area. And he's going to experiment with little bits of the leaves, trying to figure out if they actually do have medicinal properties.
They do not. They are just flowers.
Really?
Yep.
No alchemy roll or anything? They don't have medicinal properties, period?
You can make me an alchemy roll. The DC is 5, so I just was assuming that you get it.
Oh, okay.
If you want to roll.
If
If you get a natural 1, I'll retcon it.
So, fun fact, I physically can't roll below a 5.
If you get a natural 1, I'll retcon it.
No, way higher than that one.
Neat. So yeah, they don't. They're just normal flowers. They're rare, but they're just normal.
Like, is there
Got
any
some nice
property?
chloroplasts.
Do they have like any property when ingested by humans or anything? Like people?
They're just like normal
I have-
babies.
I
They're
have
like
at
common
least-
dandelions.
I have like at least 4 test subjects.
Do they have any properties as like a crafting component?
Yeah, like are
Not
they useful for
particularly. I mean,
anything?
They're about as useful as like a normal dandelion.
So you can eat them.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna feed
They're
one.
non-toxic and non-dangerous.
I'm going
They're
to.
just normal
I'm
flowers.
gonna attempt to feed one to Hawthorn.
She eats it.
Cool. It tastes like a flower. Does not taste good.
Aw, there's no extra purple or blue in that.
Yeah, I'll do it again, but louder. Come on.
They did that like a ton of times throughout before the session started.
I didn't
Yeah.
do it at all. Like, I just
was
put
me.
it in response to the freaking bird burrito.
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 Okay, so there's nothing special about these flowers.
You have 8 left.
Before we take any of them to this
Use
guy,
one to experiment with, one to
He's-
give to him.
he's
give
gonna,
to
before
Hawthorn
we
to eat.
take any of them to this guy,
Like I'm gonna experiment with like mixing them with like different chemicals. I know, like, can it make a drug or something?
Roll me a percentile dice.
Not like an alchemy
I'll
check.
give you roll percentile dice with advantage.
Okay. Here,
You're looking for something above a
Yeah,
90.
do you want me to just roll 2 different sets of percentiles? Wait, something above what?
A 95.
95.
Yeah.
So DC 96.
DC 96.
90.
Yeah, and I rolled a 90.
Gotcha. Go again.
Wait, then I'll just re-roll the tens place. Oh, tens place. 100. Oh, it was 90, and then I rolled a 0. Damn it, never mind. That's a 90 did. Yeah, fuck!
90. Whoa, 106. Wait, that's just a 6.
Yeah.
So no, it's just a normal flour. You mix it with a bunch of stuff. You use, I guess, 3 more. Is that fair?
Sure.
You use 3 more, so now you're down to 5 left.
You
Nothing.
can maybe make a
It's
tea out
just
of
a
it.
flour. That's all
Yeah,
you
I'm
find
gonna-
of it.
I'm gonna take one. Barracuda is actually a big tea drinker. He's gonna try brewing it into a tea,
Okay.
and he's gonna feed it to Gale.
Gale, do you like tea?
You're a cat.
You'd probably need more than 1 flower for tea, just saying.
True. I'll use 2-ish flowers. Like make it a little.
Trust me on that.
Gotcha.
I
You also
I'm not-
don't know how big these flowers are.
How big are these flowers?
They're big.
Like magnolia blossoms?
I don't
Like
know how big
hand
magnolia
size?
blossoms.
Magnolia blossoms are like that big.
Yeah, they're like that big.
Oh, so it's like.
So one could easily be made into
Okay,
like
yeah,
a
then
light
you could use
tea.
one.
2 would be a pretty thick tea.
Okay,
My grandmother
yeah,
used
so-
to have a magnolia tree.
Yeah,
They
I'm
were
gonna
fucking
attempt to feed
huge.
the other cat the tea.
I mean, like,
Do you like tea?
can tea be often found? Like, I personally, as a
Yeah.
like a person, do not enjoy straight tea. I like sweet
does
tea,
Gale
but real
enjoy?
sweet
Neither
tea.
do I.
Huh?
Does Gale enjoy tea?
That's
Heathens.
no, 5, 6 he does, 3, 4 he's neutral, 1, 2 he does not. 3 he's neutral.
Neutral.
Neutral towards tea.
This one he distinctly does not like.
Gotcha.
It is not good. It tastes very bitter and is not at all tasty.
And then I'm gonna attempt to make an ointment out of whatever I need to spend. Like-
What for?
Like something like a skincare,
Like a lotion?
like a lotion. Yeah, I'm trying to
Okay.
make a lotion out
You
of
can
it.
make it. Go for it.
Barragur
Roll
is
me
an alchemy
absolutely
check.
refusing to believe that something
You will
can be
use one more of
useless.
these flowers.
Okay.
So you will be down to 3 left.
I legitimately, if nothing comes of this, I won't mind losing all these flowers.
And if you have nothing to do with the flowers, there's no point in having them, I suppose.
8 to this.
There's nothing you plan on doing with them.
14.
14?
Yeah.
It is a very sticky lotion.
Hey, can you
He just like shouts, "I give up!"
wait,
like-
wait. Can you enchant one with like attracting mimics or something and give it to Kuda?
I might.
If you want to, I'll let you roll for it. It'd be an Arcana roll.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna attempt to enchant one of these flowers with the mimic attraction. It makes whoever holds the flower smell delectable to mimics, like salivatingly good.
Sorry you weren't here with us, Kuda. We got you a
21.
souvenir.
21. Cool. You can make it.
Okay, I'm gonna put that.
All right.
After I craft it, I'm gonna put it in a sealed jar to give to Kuda later.
Cool.
Sealed the jar,
Yes.
nothing can escape.
I gotcha.
Um,
Whenever you crafted it, I did check to see if any of the trees were.
Okay. And
And they were not.
like, and then you guys just hear Barracuda say, "I give up with these fucking flowers." He storms off. They're useful for nothing. They taste horrible.
Well, I suppose
Was
we'll
it
go ahead
one
and
of
get him to.
You know what?
The guard
Okay.
just kind of walks over, picks up one of the flowers.
Who does?
a guard.
One of the guards just picks up one of the flowers. Is like, if you don't want them,
Give it out here.
okay.
I was gonna go ahead
Goes
and
back to the station.
I guess
He's
we
like,
can go
wait,
get-
you,
yeah.
come here. I'll give you 3 silver if you put on this lotion.
The extra flowers could just go to the pile
Deal.
of weak.
So he puts on the lotion, and I'm like, okay, you gotta sit there for an hour? Did I just make glue?
Pretty much.
Does he get stuck?
No, he leaves it there for like 30 seconds and then. This is just sticky out lotion. This is weird. Why would anyone want this?
Sit there for an hour, and I need to
Takes
see
it-
if you start swelling.
Can I rinse it off at least?
No. That's not. It's a clinical trial.
This is gonna take more than 3 silver then. Can I have like a gold?
Sure.
This is boring.
Sit there.
Okay. He just kind of sits there like this for another hour.
Okay, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go and I'm like, check his hands. Is he having like, is there any reaction on his skin?
No, it's just sticky lotion.
I'm gonna clean it off. His hands seem softer now after I clean his hands.
They seem just as bad as before.
Uh,
I give him his gold.
They're still a
Hawthorne's,
little bit sticky.
Hawthorne's
I give
gonna
him his
go
gold.
over to
Cool. He pockets it, goes back to the station.
I look over here. If that man is making something out of these, he's
I don't think he's making anything out of these.
well.
I think he wanted the element gone, and there's something with the tree.
We should probably go back and. The tree doesn't make anything worthwhile. Maybe a fruit later. I don't know.
There's a reason. There's probably a reason. It's the only tree.
Well, whatever. I can see no reason that it would be sought after. I have done extensive experimentation, and it's
The
literally
blooms-
just a.
The blooms, maybe not. The tree itself.
I mean, after you give him his flowers, we can go back and I can properly
I
examine the
wouldn't
tree.
give him the flowers. That would mean we killed the elemental, and that is no longer guarded.
You want to go back and I can examine the tree?
Yeah.
Okay, we go back towards the island with the tree.
Okay.
You're gonna ride a
We make
rowboat
sure there are no clouds in the sky.
Barrier still throws up.
There is no clouds in the sky.
Okay, we go to the island.
Well,
Barrier still throws up.
let me roll.
It's not that bad.
Gotta be fair about it. Gotta be fair about it. Yep, there's no clouds.
Okay.
No storm. You get there safe.
And I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna start examining the tree and like checking its sap for properties.
Make an Arcana, an Alchemy, and a.
Nature.
Yeah, I guess Nature. Alchemy, Arcana. and
Okay,
Nature
so
check.
the Arcana check is a 27.
There does not seem to be anything magical about this tree.
Okay,
As far as you can tell,
what was
it
the
could
second
be used
check?
for magic, just like any
Arcana,
other tree could be.
What was the second check?
The second was alchemy. See what medicinal purposes it has.
16.
The roots of the tree could be used for like various bases of like tinctures or lotions.
But it itself
it
is.
would smoothen skin and stuff.
But it itself is barely useful.
Right. It doesn't seem to differ medicinally or magically from pretty much any other tree.
What was the last check?
Nature.
Okay, this one's my worst roll. It's +5. 19. It's my.
19. It is extremely inviable. As in, it does not seem to have any reason why it should live anywhere except for extremely precise, exactly perfect conditions where it is sheltered from any sort of wind or danger and is planted in like a rocky ground with just enough dirt to sustain it. It needs a constant stream of water regularly thrown over its roots not even in the dirt. It's thrown over its roots.
So like when the tide comes in.
So like when the tide comes in, or whenever a storm happens and waves come by.
Wait, it can process salt water?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It processes salt water.
It's like a mangrove then?
Like a mangrove.
Okay.
And it is extremely cold prone. Like if it gets too cold, it can just straight up die in like a week.
Does it do the same thing with like mangroves do, where its leaves produce salt?
No. It just like the salt doesn't get absorbed.
Oh, okay.
If there's nothing to be done
so
with
there's
the
just salt
flowers,
covering
and
its
there's
roots then,
nothing
right?
to be done with the tree, then
if it doesn't
why
absorb
would
the
he
salt.
Kind of
send us
soaks
out
into
here?
the dirt.
Okay.
Uh,
No, well, after the examination, he looks over at Hawthorn. It's a really shite tree. It's got nothing. Its roots can maybe be used for like a basic ass lotion, but even then, it's not particularly special, right? It wasn't
yeah.
like.
No. Other trees could do it better.
And I'm
If
surprised this thing's
ever
still
was-
alive.
If this thing ever was used for medicine or anything like that, there was no reason for it to be,
Yeah.
and it would make complete sense for it to stop being used for medicine, like, almost immediately.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised this tree is even here. It's like, literally, this is its exact conditions. Anywhere else, this tree would fucking die. Anywhere else. As soon as this tree dies of old age, its species is probably gonna die out. Unless
As you finish that sentence, one of the bundles of flowers that was picked from, the like 2 remaining, just kind of onto the ground. Not thud, but like.
is it dying?
Well, it was
my
sheltered by the wind elemental.
Oh wait, you said something about like it doesn't like high wind speeds.
Doesn't like high wind speeds. Does not like cold. Either one of those things
Yeah,
can
we
very
just-
rapidly damage or kill it.
We literally just changed its entire climate by battling in here.
Well, actually, if anything, we made it
What?
warmer in here.
To be fair, with your nature check was what?
19.
19. With a 19, your fight would not be the thing that killed it.
Oh, it was dying anyways.
So the tree
Your
is dead.
fight would
Your
not be
fight.
the thing that killed it.
Oh.
It has lost a lot of its flowers, and not
Oh.
sure how much that affects it. And also the wind elemental was there. Not sure how much that no longer being there would affect it. You can't really see that far into the future with that.
Do
But
I have
it-
any? Do
Does
I have
seem like it
anything
has
on
been.
hand, like just in my alchemy kit, that would like be good for plant growth?
You can try and make a fertilizer.
Sure.
But you're also not sure if that would help, considering the precise necessary conditions that this tree needs.
So extra nutrients might hurt it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
You ever tried to grow a plant, man? It's hard.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Barrager's not.
You're also not a tree
Barrager
grower,
is
you're
not a
an alchemist.
botanist.
Yeah.
I take materials and make them into things. I'm not
Right.
like.
You
the
don't
source.
make materials grow.
Yeah.
So you can try your best, but I'm not sure if it'll help.
Should I try and make a fertilizer for it? Maybe we can see if I can give it the shot of life.
So,
Well-
moral of the story is
You know what?
Henrietta
I'm
probably
gonna take a
just
I'm gonna
made
take
this
a
tree extinct. Wow.
here. Wait, I have an idea. I'm going to take an empty vial. Barrager's gonna put his thumb on it, and he's gonna channel some of his magic, spend a first level spell slot, and I'm going to make my healing elixir, and I'm just gonna pour it on the root. I'm gonna try. I'm
Heal.
trying to heal the tree. I'm using a healing potion on the tree. Oh wait, I gotta roll d6. Uh-oh. Don't roll a 1. Fuck! Hey Jeremiah, this particular one has a random detrimental property.
Cool. Now I don't have to look up what the health potion of whether
Oh,
a tree is a
God.
creature or not. All right. Cool. So you pour it onto the roots.
Well, it's a minor detrimental property, and then it's still a healing potion.
The flowers turned pink.
That'd be hilarious. What color are the flowers, out of curiosity?
They're a very teal color.
Okay.
The
Oh yeah,
the tufts of leaves and stuff are like a really silvery green, And the
These
flowers are like...
magnolia blossoms, by the way.
Huge.
Gotcha, yeah. I've seen magnolia blossoms.
Huge
I haven't
boys.
seen them in person or how big they are.
They're freaking huge.
Because there's a movie
You
called
can-
Magnolia, which is incredible.
I have small hands, but I can only hold one in both hands, so.
That's not what I want to do, so... Okay. The leaves of this tree are like a silvery green. I'm going to write this down in case I ever need it again. Because I don't want to...
In case Hawthorn makes an entire forest of these.
Somehow.
I'd be surprised.
Silvery
Harvest
green
domain.
leaves.
There's You see, there's like being a good, like making things grow, and then there's things being born to die. Like sometimes, no matter how much care you put into a calf, the calf is too sickly.
Just in case. Shot in the dark here, but Hawthorn's going to put her hand on the tree, on like the trunk, and she's going to try to do some Harvest Domain shit. She's just going to try to channel her little bits of Cleric energy. She's not doing anything in particular. She's just really trying to help this tree.
So what are you saying?
She's just trying to...
She's just really trying to help this tree. She's trying to channel all of her...
Trying to channel divinity?
Trying to... Pretty much!
Nope, she's one level too low for that.
But no, she's trying to just...
She's just trying to give her Cleric vibes to the tree.
Yeah, I'm trying to channel all my Cleric vibes into the tree. Harvest Domain, help me now!
Here's a thought, just cast Cure Wounds on the tree. Do cutting flowers count as wounds?
I mean, it does take a part of the tree on it.
But does the tree count as a creature, is the question.
Yeah, because it
Wait,
specifically...
I'm not going to answer that question because I don't want to.
Because
I
Cure
don't,
Wounds
I don't want to
doesn't-
have to deal with that.
Cure
The
Wounds
ramifications of that in terms of my world. But I will roll percentile dice. To see if that affects anything.
Can I roll for a
high
Gila?
or low.
Can I roll for a Gila?
That's what I was just doing.
That's what he was doing. Bent pay roll.
Darn.
Yeah, actually, you should be the one rolling for that, not me. I'm going to let you roll for that.
Okay.
You are wanting a roll that is above a 92.
Above 92.
So you gotta roll a 90, so good luck.
Ordinarily, I think it's the top 10%.
It was a
what?
35.
No,
Yeah,
35.
that's a good point. I don't remember what it... Isn't there one that is like...
There is a...
You reach out to your god and...
That is
That's-
the level 10 ability.
that is level
for it to,
10.
like-
Right, and what is that? That's
The
It
Divine
is, you have to
intervention.
roll your level or lower
On a percentile.
Yeah.
on
Gotcha.
percentile.
Gotcha.
So-
So that's usually 15, so I just made it like half that.
Well, because
Well, some are like...
Or at 10, it's usually 10, so I
Yeah.
just made it 2 less. Which is good, you're welcome. Even though it did nothing.
even though technically, if she was to have a divine intervention, she'd have to roll like 1 on the percentile die.
Yeah.
Because
Right now?
it's
Okay.
Cleric.
Cleric
so
level.
by,
Oh,
by,
yeah.
by the
Yeah,
same,
by
by the same
level
ruling,
one.
yeah.
Nat 1 on percentile.
However, a
might
level
help.
20 Cleric can say, God descends.
Yeah, level 20 Cleric just says it
The
happens.
leaves
and
are
they
like
have
a
it
silvery
down.
green, the flowers are like a tealish sapphire, and the trunk and bark are like a dark mahogany, kind of like the door. And then the inner leaves are like the color of my walls, where it's like a reddish orangish brown.
Alright.
Something tells me that that ointment has more of a sentimental value than anything.
Probably. Well, thank you for tracking it.
That or the guy that made that ointment is a miracle worker.
Well, thank you for checking anyways.
You're welcome.
And she
Can,
kind of
can we
brushes
say
herself
that?
off.
Can we say that meanwhile, during the time of them going back to the tree, that we turn in the rest of the flowers?
Well, Pyro wanted to make sure that there was nothing special about the tree before we turned in the flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we spent some
Okay.
time first determining that the flowers were worthless.
And
It's
then
like
that
looking
brought the
really
thought of maybe he wanted the elemental gone so he could do something with the tree.
Mhm.
And he knew that the flowers wouldn't do shit, so he wanted us to just come back with flowers that didn't do shit.
Yeah, pretty flowers. Okay, well, good. Let's go
Well,
turn in the flowers.
let's
Yeah,
go
let's
turn them
go
in.
under the flowers to carry
We go
on.
back.
Cool.
Barracuda checks for clouds again.
Yeah, check for clouds.
Alright.
Begone, clouds!
Again, you want low. You want lower than a 90. Cool.
16.
There are no clouds.
Here's the sand. Rule of the sand.
Poseidon.
You get up. You get across easily.
Fuck off.
You get across easily. You get back to town.
All right.
Okay, let's go give this guy his
K-roll and K.
10 flowers.
Little bouquet.
His little bouquet.
So you walk up to K. Roland's house. Is it K. Roland? K. Roland. K. Roland's house.
Bum bum ba bum 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 bum.
Are you knocking?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I'm going with, because he already knows I'm fucking here.
Beatrice opens the door and goes, "Oh, Barracuda, Runehand, right? Mr.
Indeed,
Runehand?
lassie.
Awesome. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm
Sorry
curious about that ointment, by the way. Nothing.
What?
We're here with the flowers.
Oh, okay, thank you. Unfortunately, Mr. Melrishard is not here right now, but he said that I could take the flowers in his stead and give you the 25 gold.
Did he
All right,
say what he went out to do?
I wrote it down somewhere. She wasn't sitting, she was at
Yeah.
the door. She kind of walks back in the hallway, finds a little drawer. Groceries. He is going out to the marketplace to get groceries right now.
You mind if we stay and meet with him? I'm very curious about this ointment that he makes with the flowers.
I'm not sure if he would... I don't think he would not object to you staying. I'm not sure he would want to talk about the ointment. It's something kind of personal to him.
I know, I'm just as an alchemist, I'm a little curious about the ointment that's made from the flowers.
Well, like I said, you were welcome to stay. I cannot tell you whether or not he would be willing to talk about that. That is
All right.
something that is personal to him.
I understand.
Okay.
Don't mind me staying,
you're welcome to wait. We have a lounge over this way, and she opens the door, and it's like a room with a fireplace and a few chairs.
He's gonna go vibe in there. Cool. Don't know if the rest are gonna stay with him.
No.
I'll stay.
By the way, he's the one that took the 25 gold.
So you did already hand over the flowers?
Yes, I did.
Good to know.
Yes.
Good to know. Alright, she goes upstairs.
I'm
with
gonna
the
head
flowers.
out of the call now because
Okay.
it's been a few hours and
Yeah.
I think I need to stop looking at a screen.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Understandable.
Hopefully I'll see you in person next week.
Yeah.
That's fun.
See ya.
Yeah, hope
Bye.
you feel better, Anna.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Mhm. Bye.
Alright, adios. Okay, cool.
Well, Barracuda's just vibing in there, waiting for the dude to get home.
Hawthorn will also wait.
He wants to know about this ointment. He's
It is
extremely
currently-
frustrated.
Is it fair to say that y'all took a rest on the island, or have taken a rest since the island? Because it did take you a few hours to get there and back.
Yeah, like
and
a short
there and
rest.
back.
Yeah,
I'll
a
just do
short
a short
rest on the
rest.
boat, pretty much.
I could see short rest, yeah.
Because it was 2 o'clock, and then you left, which means that at 3 o'clock when you got to the island, then you did all the island stuff, and then it would have taken an hour to come back, and then you did a bunch of crafting stuff,
Yeah.
and then you went back to the island
Yeah.
and back.
Yeah,
So it's been a good.
late now.
It's a good at least 10 p.m.
Yeah. Barracuda
Gotcha.
doesn't give a fuck.
Gotcha. All right, a little bit past midnight, the master of the house comes back home, walks in. You hear the door open. Well, you're in another
Right.
room. Door is closed between you and the hallway.
Oh, why? Okay.
So you hear the door open and shut. You hear a cane
perks.
and some kind of raspy whisper between Mr. K. Roland and
Did we get served
some
refreshments,
kind of
or are we just sitting there?
normal whispers by Beatrice.
I assume we're
You're
just
just kind of
sitting
sitting
here.
there.
Okay.
You've been offered tea,
I would have taken some.
so you would have tea.
Barracuda's a tea drinker.
She would have taken a cup, but no more.
Gotcha.
What kind of tea is it?
It is a nice peach cherry.
Nice.
There's also a couple of cherries on the platter, in case you want it.
He just eats the cherry whole.
Cool. Cool. Including the seed.
Yeah,
Of
he's a goat.
course.
Gotcha.
Of course, you're a
Alright,
goat.
so, you hear some hushed whispering. You hear him walk upstairs.
Vibing.
a small while passes, like about 10, 15 minutes.
He's putting up his groceries. We keep vibing.
I peek outside the door.
No one is in the hallway right now. The door to the upstairs is open.
Probably
What's
should.
you two's passive insight?
Passive insight?
Passive insight?
Oh, I'm
15.
proficient in that. Insight to... Okay, so it's 10 plus just whatever?
4.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 14.
14.
So you'd probably detect.
Not
Barracuda.
sure what's going on yet.
Oh no, I'm saying this for detecting Barracuda. He's currently he's like putting on this like peaceful face. He's currently extremely frustrated that like there's an ointment that exists for this that's supposed to be medicinal. He can't figure out why it's how it would be medicinal, and he's also seething that like this guy is taking so long.
Right.
Barracuda's like putting on like a
After
calm
about
face.
20 minutes.
He's pissed.
After about 20 minutes, you hear a cane that walks down the stairs. You hear Beatrice and him talking. Can't really make out what it is. Unless you're still open door, like watching them, in
Can I
which
make a
case something else
perception
would
check
happen.
with my big goat ears?
No.
Gotcha.
Can I make a perception check with my big goat ears?
Sure. They are whispering.
Yep, shit's lower than my passive.
Gotcha.
So, no.
So then, you don't make out what they're saying.
Well, does
After a
17 or
second,
anything?
you hear them talking, but you
Okay.
can't make out what it is they're talking about.
Gotcha.
And then after a second, you hear the cane start going up the stairs, and Beatrice start walking to the door of the lounge.
Okay.
Beatrice opens the door and says, "Unfortunately, Mr. Mulrishard is not currently feeling up to visitors. He's had a long day. He had to go
That's
to the
understandable.
marketplace. With his arthritis and all.
Understandable.
I do apologize for the wait. That's why I did warn you earlier."
I'll visit in the morning. And he cracks his old back. Fighting an elemental hurts your back.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, did he not know that he sent us to go fight some sort of elemental creature? Wind and water.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
That was one of the things I wanted to ask him about.
Oh. Well, if you come in the morning, he probably will be...
Tell him
at
I'll
the
meet
door
him first
to
thing in the
visit.
morning after breakfast.
Will do.
By the way, the tea and cherries are fantastic. And he
thank you very much.
walks up the door. You two detect that
She
he is
looks like very happy that you complimented
No,
the tea.
she
Like-
knows he's
Yeah,
probably
like
pissed.
you both realize that like Barraguer's fuming on the inside.
Yes.
Like only his professionalism is keeping him from just blowing the top. And yeah, Barry's gonna go back to the inn. He's gonna be like, Barkeep, give me something heavy and give me a lot of food. I'm fucking starving. Haven't had anything to eat since breakfast.
That's a natural 3 on the inside from the barkeep. The barkeep
Oh, no.
starts making jokes about elves with you as he
Oh
usually
no, like
does.
that actually cheers him up.
Cool.
And like, and let's be honest, our characters would be fucking hungry. They had breakfast
Suppose so.
and haven't eaten since.
Mm-hmm.
And
Burn
Barry,
off a
Unless
lot
you
of
have
calories
rations.
fighting that element.
he probably have like
Become
snacked on
less
things.
fluffy.
Become less fluffy.
And Barraguer's gonna like hammer back ale and then like eat some food. How much would that cost?
Get a discount because he likes you. That's 1 silver. For example.
This is why you're
Hawthorn
nice
brought
to the
rations,
barkeep.
She'll just eat her rations.
This is why you're nice to the barkeep.
I'll go and drop 2 silver.
That's why I'm always nice to food service people.
Oh, only Barracuda gets that discount. Everyone else gets the usual
Yeah.
3 silver price.
Oh, is it normally 3? Okay.
Yeah, my 2 earlier was a discount.
Alright.
Well, 2 is for the
Oh,
like breakfast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Then
Okay,
dinner
that's...
is thirty.
Okay, gotcha.
Lunch is 2 and
Actually,
5
no. She'll go up and she'll place a few silver on the counter and be like, meat.
Gotcha.
And Barraguer's just...
Lays down completely raw chicken. Just
You did say meat. You didn't say anything else.
he turns back around and starts cooking again.
Did he leave the raw chicken there?
He left the raw chicken there. Took 1 of the silver, not all 3.
Would I?
He's gonna look at
I grew up in a farming
Bears-
town. Would I know if I could eat raw meat because I'm a cat?
Barraguer's gonna look at you. Eat that at your own damn risk.
You probably would know if you can eat raw meat.
Salmonella.
I'll let you choose whether you can eat raw meat or not, because it's your character.
There's a difference between eating raw meat and eating raw chicken.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying I'll let you choose. Because it is
Raw red
character.
meat
It's character
is a lot
aesthetic
different than raw
stuff at this
poultry.
point.
No, like if I can.
Mhm.
That's
Like I said, I'm
that's
saying-
a Tabaxi thing.
I'm saying for my
just
world,
Gale eat
I
raw
don't
chicken.
know whether Tabaxis. I haven't made
I
a
would assume he
ruling of
doesn't
whether
like them all,
Tabaxis can
but-
or can't. So I'm saying you have the authority to make that decision right now.
I would say they can.
They can.
Because they're cats.
No.
And cats eat raw things all the time.
Yeah, but specifically raw chicken. Chickens are nasty animals.
Mhm.
Like, bad nasty animals.
She'd probably know not to eat chicken raw, but because it can probably cause
Raw
some
meat in
digestive.
general is okay, but raw chicken is not.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because chickens
Right.
are... Someone that's lived around, like, a lot
But like a
of
raw
animals?
dove or a raw
Yeah, that'd be fine.
BB or something
Yeah.
like that,
Oh.
that's fine.
Fine.
For a
for human
Tabaxi.
consumption, yeah.
For a Tabaxi.
Yeah, for tobacco. But yeah, cats eat raw meat all the time. They're fine. But raw chicken, probably not.
Well, you're also... The thing is,
It'd be the equivalent of
humans used
us
to eat raw
eating
meat.
chicken that
Set out
we
too long.
that we like fed dog food.
Well, so Pyro,
It'd be
humans
like
used to
us
eat raw
eating
meat.
dog food.
Yeah,
Humans used to eat
We
raw
can
meat, but
do
we
it.
started cooking.
it's
Not
not a
smart.
good idea.
Yeah.
Have the gut flora to eat raw meat. It's not that we can't eat raw meat, it's that we're no longer designed to eat red meat.
I mean, some people do raw meat diets.
Yeah, exactly. It's your gut flora.
But anyways,
Girls, Gale's
She's not gonna eat it.
I was gonna
She
say
just
Gale's
kind of-
gonna ask Hawthorn if she wants that cooked.
can you
I-
cook it?
I mean, I could probably
He can
do.
electric cook it.
I could probably do a small controlled bonfire,
Oh, that too. I realized,
like just like us.
just create a
You're
bomb.
in a wooden bar.
We're in a wood.
I know, like not like on the just like in my hand, just like it like in my
Yeah,
palm,
just
in
like
my palm or
If
something.
spit
you want to
cook-
try it,
You're
I'll
gonna
let you.
spit cook over your hand.
I'll
Let's
let
say
you.
if you would rule me that I'd be able to like tone down the bonfire, just be like a flame in my hand or whatever.
I'll let you, but if it's gonna cook that bird,
It's getting
holding
hot.
it in your hand is also going to be cooking you.
Create bonfire doesn't
Fair
damage
enough.
the cat. Doesn't. No, it did. I'm thinking of a different spell. I'm thinking of create flame.
Yeah, create flame is just in your
Create
hand.
bonfire isn't the good.
I
one.
do have control flames.
That might work.
I don't know what control flames does. Let me look it up.
I have to look it up as well again.
Control flames. Choose non-magical flame that you can see within range and fits within a 5-foot cube, so there would have to already be a flame. You instantaneously expand the flame, provided that fuel is present. You instantaneously extinguish the flames. You double or half the area of light cast by it. Change the color or both. You cause simple shapes. So it does not create a flame, nor
Alright.
does it cause it to be less harmful or
Alright.
more harmful.
I suppose we could always like make like
Or just
create a bonfire
ask the
outside.
barkeep.
Yeah, I suppose.
You could just say, "Can I please have some cooked meat?"
Can you please cook this?
Sure thing. I'll be 2 more silver.
It's on the table.
Cool. I thought you had already taken that silver
No,
back.
she
Okay.
literally put the silver down and said meat, and he just said chicken.
Then he wouldn't have said 2 more silver. He would have gone, "Sure thing." And he takes the chicken and
Okay.
the silver, puts it back onto the thing, and then cooks you.
The whole chicken.
The whole chicken, just cooks it
You
like
know what? That's fine.
solid. Doesn't like cut it open or anything. Just cooks it solid. So you have a rotisserie chicken placed in front of you.
It's actually kind of nice though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rotisserie chicken's kind of
But
nice.
it doesn't have any seasonings or anything.
That is true.
to it.
It doesn't matter. She's a cat.
Yep. Yep.
Berger's gonna hand you a vial and say, "Pour that on, it'll make it taste better."
Insight check. Nat 20, bitch.
Berger legitimately just gave you a vial of seasoning.
Okay.
Haha.
Alright.
Direct waste of 20.
Then she does.
Yep.
Roast chicken.
No, yeah, it's like even specifically Minecraft
Yeah.
just eats the chicken. Just
Yeah.
goes.
Cool. Cool.
You
Yeah.
eat the bones.
No.
But you're a cat. Cats can eat bones.
Cats can eat
They're
small
not
bones.
good. It's not good for them,
It's not good.
but they will. They're
Berger's
like dogs. They'll just scarf it down.
True.
Berger's
Small
gonna like.
bones, though.
Berger's
Not
gonna like
all
take one of
bones.
like the chicken bones and like nibble on it a little bit.
Do you do the thing where you take the wishbone and then pull it apart and see who gets the wish? Do you do that with Cuda, or with Barracuda, or with Gale, or with Henrietta, or with the barkeep?
I'll do it, Marky. Okay.
The barkeep looks like really excited and is like, wishbone?
Okay, the two of you, even or odd.
Odd. Odd!
Congratulations, you now have one use of the wish spell.
He says in a very pouty voice, he's like, do that twice a day and it never comes out my way.
Congratulations, Pyro.
10 years of cooking, twice a day, and I've gotten it once.
Jesus, the look on this man.
Congratulations, Pyro. You now have one use of the wish spell.
Wait, what?
Do you want to make a wish?
Seriously?
Make a wish.
I'm not going to tell you if it is the wish spell or if it's something like that. But you can make a wish.
I wish Barugur will fuck off. And Barugur just disappears.
I should think on Hawthorn would wish for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Well, in the moment, you're just vibing, eating chicken.
Oh, you don't have to. You don't know for sure this is going to do anything.
I know.
I'm
That's
saying,
why I'm
would
thinking.
Hawthorn
That's why I'm
make
thinking.
a wish on a wishbone?
Make a wish.
And if so, what would that wish be?
I feel like she would, because she came from a farming town where, like, you know, everything's like.
That would be a
all
hard
the,
tradition.
all the superstition,
That would also
whether
be
or
a
not.
tradition that your family or
Yeah.
friends would be like, what did you wish for? What did you wish for?
Yeah.
And you have to be like, I can't tell you.
True.
Come true.
Meanwhile, Barugur is sitting back, knocking back some dwarven ale and, like, makes a lot of bruh. Man. Barragur's starting to get a little tipsy. He's just in the ale.
She wouldn't tell anyone. But
That's how the wishes
she'd
work.
wish for
Go.
more of those trees to spread.
Cool. All right.
Implications. And then after a while, Barragur's gonna like stagger up the stairs and fall on his bed.
She is content with the whole rotisserie chicken dinner.
So there's not the
That's a
wish spell.
0.5. I'm not going to tell you if you wanted high or low, but that was very low.
Yeah, it was indeed.
Well, we know it's not the wish spell. That'd be hilarious though. Just like
I'd imagine some
cast
kind of like
wish.
augmented wish thing, if he did have any kind of effect.
That would just be on her mind. The one thing that's on her mind, and she's like,
Yeah.
well, if I had to make a wish in the moment, that would be what she would.
yeah. So after like about 30 minutes of drinking, Barragur goes up to his room, staggering.
Just because of social convention things, as Barragur would leave it, probably shortly after Gale would end up leaving, just because people are leaving or whatever.
Cool. Just because Barragur's decided.
Well, I know
missed
that,
what
but
you
like
said.
that is
I
social
think it
conventions
happened.
regardless.
Barrager's like,
Nah,
if
they
I drink one
drank
more,
and
I'm gonna
left.
do something I regret.
And then
Gotcha.
Barragur
I
knows
think
that.
once the bars kind of died down a little bit and they've already gone, Hawthorn will just kind of sit there thinking to herself and like humming a small bar tune.
Cool.
Barragur would be, while he's drinking, singing some drinking songs. Come give me a rye whiskey.
Oh, I found a song that I fucking.
We'll play it after.
Copyright.
After the copyright.
Okay.
After cease record.
Okay.
So sleep, wake up.
And I'm gonna go down, get some breakfast with the
Do we
barkeep.
want to do that now, or do we want to wait till next session for doing anything with this?
If you
We
if you
said
wanna
we'd
cut
go
it off
back in
now,
the
or
morning.
you can go back in the morning. That's your call.
I was gonna go back.
That's what I'm saying. Like in the morning or whatever. I'm like, do we want to cut the session like as during midnightfall, or do we want to do the next morning thing real quick?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna Henrietta and Cooter. It's mostly Barragur.
It's mostly Barragur and kind of Hawthorn that want to know.
Yep.
Unless Gale also wants to follow along.
I just didn't know what the plans were for all
Oh,
of
Gale's just along the vibe.
I'm still getting used to having this many frosty tags. For those who don't know, I'm going to take a moment to talk about this. For those who don't know,
Ace's
Wendy's once a year, usually from November to December, but certain places they last for longer, certain places they end a little bit earlier. Just depends on where you are. Here where I am living, I don't know if that's public knowledge, so I'm not going to say, but here where I am living,
New York.
the Wendy's that I went to still had them, and so I went just this past week to get what they sell once per year is Wendy's free frosty key tags. What they do is they sell them for $1 or $2 per tag at the beginning of the year, and then for the rest of that year you can use that tag anytime you purchase anything from Wendy's and get a free Frosty along with that purchase per key tag. So I got 10. So the next time I go to a Wendy's, I'm getting 10 free Frosties and a 4 for $4 meal. So I'm spending $4 and however much tax, and I'm going to get a chicken sandwich, 4 chicken nuggets, fries, a soda, and 10 free Junior Frosties.
Hell yeah.
And then each time I go to Wendy's for the rest of the year, including wherever I'm at my job or wherever I'm having my career, or including anytime I get food for people, including anytime I have an event that eats at a Wendy's, I just get 10 free Junior Frosties along with my meal, and it's great. So yeah, I'm still getting used to that. Sorry. So you go to this house.
Say hi to Ace.
Hey,
Ace,
Ace
hi,
is in the
Ace.
call.
Hi, Ace.
Hi.
How you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I see you did not join the Not Tactics movement.
About that, I actually like my username.
I do too. It was for the joke.
So
Yes, of course. But it's also not April Fool's. Perhaps then I might join the cult.
it's also not a cult.
It's not.
It's not a cult.
No, it's Ace. It's just a revolution. Get it right.
It's not a cult.
Viva la
Anyways.
revolution.
Viva la revolution!
Why don't you guys put your camera in a way that can show?
I mean, it'll just show me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just Cuatro.
It's just
my
Quattro's computer, yeah. Oh.
Wait, I
Yeah, you
clicked
guys
video.
should
we
because
go.
like the more people who are in here, the more apparent it is that something's going on. You can also ping beholders, so we can see your lovely in-person session.
Okay.
I
Because,
suppose, yeah.
trust me, people have nothing better to do on a Sunday night other than homework, and a nice D&D session is good.
Well, don't ping him now.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
ping him now.
we're
Right.
getting
We're
towards
finishing
the
We're
up the
literally
session.
like the
You're
rest of this
finishing.
morning is going to go, and then we're going to be done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Alright, we'll keep that in mind for the future, though.
I mean, I'll be going to another
We have
session,
discovered an utterly useless tree this session.
but- Yep.
Tree?
Apparently,
Tree.
there's an ointment that gets made out of it, but my alchemist cannot figure out
But,
what it does.
utterly useless.
Real quick, we
Oh,
go to that
excuse me.
dude's
We
house.
found that its roots can make
go to
lotion.
that dude's house.
Yeah, so you go to the dude's house, big engraved K in front of it.
Yeah, I guess it'd be
Or on the
just
door.
Barracuda and Hawthorn, because they were the two main cared about it.
Yeah.
Well, what if we need a bodyguard?
If you need a bodyguard, you can ask Gale, but Gale probably wouldn't go by
I would have
default.
asked if he.
Yeah, I would've asked
I
Gale.
would have asked if Gale wanted
Just
to
in
go.
case shit goes down,
All
Gale
right.
is the most.
If you asked as like an invite of sort, then yeah, he would join then.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you're aware, me and Hawthorn are the two least combat powerful characters.
I would say least.
I mean, compared to the other 3 members.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to go visit. I'm going to go up to the door and knock, 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 knock.
The door opens, and it is Mr. Mullershard himself.
How you doing?
With a cane.
Good morning.
He's gonna beat
So
us.
he just kind of he says, "Good morning. I just finished up my breakfast.
Me too.
Actually, if you haven't eaten yet, I
I ate, but
just
I'll
wanted
take
to
a
make sure I
refreshment.
wasn't being a bad host, you know."
no. If you have
Oh,
any,
come in. What am I doing? Come in. And he kind of leads you to the lounge.
I'm quite curious about the ointment that you make, and then also if you were aware of the elemental,
The
just
elemental?
the elemental guarding the tree.
Ooh, I was not.
Seemed to be some sort of mist elemental.
I thought you
did
said you went there last time.
Did I go every year? That's why I'm surprised to hear that there's an elemental there. Did you take care of it?
Oh, we did.
Good. Okay.
It seemed to be very protective of the tree. I did
Yes.
some experimentation on those flowers you got, and I for the life of me, can't figure out anything about them.
Well, that's a secret between me and an old friend.
I was just curious if I could examine this ointment that you made.
Unfortunately, it is something that is somewhat personal to me, so I'd prefer not.
Like the effect. Ask what the effect of the ointment is.
Oh, it's used to treat an ailment that I have.
What's the ailment?
That's kind of personal. I'd rather not talk about it.
That's
Can I make an inside check?
Sure.
I'm just curious what, if he's saying what kind of personal. I don't know. but
Nope. Off the table.
Rip.
that is an 18.
As an 18, he seems to be telling the truth, and also you don't really get a vibe of what type of personal it is. It's just something personal to him.
Okay.
That he doesn't want to talk about. He seems to be being very polite, but also very adamant and firm about, I am not going to tell you about this.
Fair enough.
Another thing is, I was worried about that tree, because when we last checked on it, because when I was examining it after we collected the flowers, it seemed to not be doing too well.
Ooh. Okay.
You might want to, I'm not exactly a botanist or anything, but you might want to send some sort of expert.
I have a friend of mine, and you said you did take care of the elemental.
Yes, it's gone.
Okay, so the
and then
island
he
should
shows
be...
he pulls out one of the shards.
Good. You do notice he seems to immediately recognize what one of those shards is. So, like, it doesn't take him going, what is that? So he has familiarity with elementals. Very close familiarity.
Might I ask what you do? Might I ask what you like your profession? Because you got a very nice house here.
Oh, that comes along with the Elven ID. I'm pretty well taken care of.
I'm just because you seem to be aware of elemental parts, and then you
make an insight check.
Yeah, and you seem to also be able to cast the message cantrip.
I would also like to make an insight check while I'm just listening to them go.
Yeah, that's an 11.
6.
Neither of you get any vibes from him. He just says, I've encountered an elemental before. At some point.
What about I'm just because as a practitioner of the arcane myself, I'm a little curious. How you cast the?
I would rather not talk about this.
He seems fairly insistent upon, like...
I want to make an insight check as to just what
I do have... Yes, you can.
Just as to what his, like, demeanor is.
I don't trust this guy.
He says, I do have a friend who is a botanist. I'll find a couple of guards.
Oh,
cool.
That's a...
I'll find a couple of guards to escort them to the tree to take care of it if they can.
This is just a question for me, because
Yes.
I'm an alchemist. I'm always trying to procure some resources.
I do see that.
And I was curious if you could introduce me to this botanist friend so I can maybe procure some different herbs and things for... I ran out of materials to make healing potions and such.
I will tell them that you are interested. They tend to be more solitary. Never really gotten along with people well.
I don't know if you know my reputation.
Oh, I do. I very much do.
And I do keep my suppliers confidential.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
So just let him know that I'm in the market for resources, because I can't exactly access my normal suppliers from right here.
Right. By the way, bouncing back,
Dirty
20 on your insight check. That you get the idea, like his demeanor is there's some pain in his background that he doesn't want to think about, which is why he was trying to shift conversation lanes.
Very familiar with that.
Yes, you are. So he shifts lanes. So he says, I'll let him know that you're interested. Whether he reaches out to you, I'll leave to him. How long are you going to be in the tavern for?
At least a couple of days. Maybe a little bit longer. I'm not exactly sure how long my friends here will be.
After you leave the tavern, reach you through Lionel again?
Lionel, or you could reach me through Peanut Place.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm currently on some
I'll give
commission
both
for.
then.
I'm currently on commission with the guild. They need a craftsman, and I've been supplying.
I want
better for
with
magic.
my dirty 20. Can I tell his reaction to the mention of the guild?
It doesn't seem to be much of a reaction.
Okay.
Like he recognizes what it is, but isn't affected by it.
Okay.
I cast acid. I cast acid arrow.
So God.
Tell me,
Rolled it.
where's Martha?
Where's
Alright, so he says, I'll let him know. I'll give him both the guild and Lionel's contact information. He might reach out in the future. If not, I will have passed on your message and let them make the decision themselves.
Thank you. Like I said,
Yeah, I hope it works out.
I'm out of resources, and currently I am the person in charge of the entire crafting wing of the guild. So.
And they've never been too good on knowing what to procure, of course.
Yeah,
so.
and they currently don't got a supplier for any sort of herbs, which
Ooh.
yeah, I'm a little peeved about, and I need to fix.
It sounds like it's like dangerous.
Yeah, I mean,
Not having enough supplies to like make potions and stuff, I would assume.
well, they also didn't have anyone to make the potions, so
Oh.
They had potions sent in.
that potion. Yeah, but there's no one that's at the guild besides. Like,
Okay.
She kind of gives you the look to just
as soon
shut
as
up.
as soon as Hawthorn gives him that look, because he's just committing like
Yes,
doing
but
business.
remember, they
And
got
then-
onto her for letting people know
And
that
then,
the guild
he's
was-
gonna be like, when he's like, oh really? That's gonna be Barracuda's gonna be like, he's gonna see like why that guy's going like, oh really? Is that like a shock of like, oh no, the guild's in dire straits, or like,
Make an
oh
insight
the
check.
guild's in dire straits.
It's an insight check.
This will be Gale's time to make the insight check. as well.
That is 25.
This does not seem to be the usual business. Oh, really? Like, tell me about yourself. This seems to be like a really intensely interested. Oh, really? As in, tell me more about the guild. I want to hear about this information.
They
Shit.
just got new mercenaries
You
in.
don't know for sure if this is him saying. How big did you say your insight was?
25.
25.
I've heard they just
Does
got new
not
mercenaries.
seem to be him going, oh really, steam time. But it also does not seem to be him going.
Innocent.
It also does not seem to be, oh really, as in
Business ideas.
business ideas. It seems to be some other ulterior motive.
Though the whole craftsman deal has gotten fixed, as we've recently gotten.
Well, they've got a room hand.
They got me, and they also there's a bunch of lower
students.
craftsmen showing up. My students.
Make a deception.
That's
This
not
is
deception.
deception.
That's true. He said,
There
"Come
hasn't
to the
been any
guild."
students that you have known of yet.
Oh god.
Unless you want to say I am currently recruiting.
I would say, and the students I'm recruiting.
Okay.
And
So-
if you said the mercenary thing, I will also need deception from you. Or
We
I
are
will
the
need-
mercenaries. I'm telling the truth.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that is true.
Gotcha.
That is
Okay.
objectively
Loophole
true.
speak.
All right.
I deal with fable shit in my campaign. I know how to word things.
Yeah, and it's
It's what Thief Camp's all about.
like, just right now I'm trying to procure some resource ventures.
I'm making it sound like there's more than it's not us, but they've got some new
There's
people.
more than 4 of you
There's more than 4.
Great.
because I don't
He
count
says,
as
yeah,
mercenaries.
there's definitely more than 4. There's
Oh, we didn't actually
didn't say
say that.
that.
We didn't say
Okay.
that. No.
No, that was out of character.
Out of
like,
character.
Dang, then that would have
But
been
no,
a
she
chance too.
said she specifically said they hired new mercenaries.
Right. They hired the new team of 5 individuals. And
How would you know
Rebecca.
about the 5?
And he gives you kind of a wry smile and says, I have my ways. Like I said, I have my connections.
Insight
Go for it.
immediately.
Go for it. I just know that this guy.
Insight, like the intention on that statement. God!
With yours?
11.
Nat 20, baby.
26.
26.
For
No, wait, not-
24.
So both of you higher or lower?
26. I
Okay.
think actually.
24.
Yeah, actually mine's
So
higher.
both of you know his intent with this statement is not to be like menacing. His intent is just kind of like bragging, like, I know how to find information out. And it does seem to be he's not taking a wild guess. He's making like he knows this information. So he didn't know about the supply stuff, as far as you can tell. Did know about the mercenary situation.
I've heard one of them's a pirate. Or was.
You get a message in your head. I'm pretty sure he knows it's you, lassie. He doesn't hear this because it's his message.
You get a message back. Shut up. Just shut up.
He says,
Like and what
maybe
he
I've heard this
sees,
information too.
and when he
but
sees his Barracuda
what's
coughing in his
important?
hand.
What's important is that
I heard she ran with Kenku. I heard she ran with Kenku.
I
You
didn't
hear
hear that. I heard that she ran with bugbears, actually. And he just kind of
You hear in your head, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
Your head, you hear in your head a certain Captain Snarl. Just the words, a certain Captain Snarl.
Does Captain...
And then he says, I think our business here is concluded.
Wait, does Captain Snarl mean anything to Barugur?
You wouldn't have heard that.
Okay.
Wait,
what?
What's your passive insight?
A certain Captain Snarl.
Did you say that me and him didn't hear that?
Right.
Yeah,
No,
because
it was in my head.
it was messaged into...
Oh god, here's telepathy!
No, not necessarily.
What's your passive insight? What's your guys' passive insight?
17.
15.
Yep.
You both watch as Hawthorn, she's got that hard glare where she's trying to be menacing, but then, it falters,
Jeremiah?
immediately.
He just kind of turns.
Jeremiah, is his mouth moving?
Let me check.
Is his mouth moving?
Let me check.
Because if not, I'm about to have some issues. Fuck it, I'm casting Detect Magic.
Here and now?
Right now, one action, spell slot.
You do see his mouth moving. Similar to how you just cast Message, he does a very similar incantation. Like a spoken thing. And just kind of points at you as he does that.
Transmute. I just cast sea magic, so we'll detect magic. So, is there transmutation magic coming off him? Because that's what message is.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yep.
So this guy's a powerful wizard.
I'm enjoying my ability to game.
Is there any kind of
I found a cool thing that I like, and
is there any kind of magic item or anything that
I would see in
getting?
He hears back in his if this is the message thing where I can reply back, he would hear back. What's your relations?
He looks at Barugur.
Do I see any other magic on him? Because it also tells me if I see magic items and such. Is there any
she
magic
immediately goes from intimidating to looking both scared and pissed at the same time.
Detect magic.
Hold on. I am still looking. Alrighty. You do notice that he has a small pouch on him. And from within the pouch, a small amount of magic is radiating out.
What school?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a component pouch, by the way. It would radiate all types.
It is not a component pouch.
Okay.
It does radiate all types, though, I think. I
Arcane
believe that
focus?
radiates all types.
If it's an arcane focus or something.
No.
I don't know what type of magic items radiate. I don't remember.
If a component pouch radiates all types, it definitely radiates all types.
Is Captain Snarl well known, or would I know?
Captain Snarl is not a particularly well known. It is, however, it is not necessarily a particularly well known captain, but there would be people that know him. Having connections in that way.
Would I know if he ever spoke of a K-Roland?
You would. He has not. Or
this
he
guy
did
just knows a lot.
Particularly, having connections to know Captain Snarl and know about you and knowing Captain Snarl would mean very rapid supply of information, because this is somewhat recent. Like, it's been a couple of weeks. So it would mean that one of the people in your crew would have had to tell someone, which is rare in and of itself. And then that someone would have had to get the word back to.
But there's no telling, because Jim would
They're
also
very
know.
rapidly.
There's also
Jim
other
would
people that
also
would know
know.
is Jim,
Jim would not have known about your origin.
No, he wouldn't
Excuse
know
me,
about
necessarily.
So it's Twig
He
and the
would
Kenku.
know about you and know about your pirate history, but probably wouldn't know about Snarl specifically.
So it's actually the only people besides you and the crew would be Twig and the Kenku.
Mm-hmm.
And his informant's got to be with the Kenku. Because if it's
Maybe.
I'm not.
Either way, means that he has really good connections and a really fast information supply line. At that, he turns and looks at you, and you said something to him that he didn't respond to because I was doing stuff. What did you ask?
I think I was just making small talk about like materials.
Gotcha. So he wraps up small talk a little bit, says something very brief and not detailed because small talk, and then says, like I said before, I mean y'all no harm. You have your 25 gold. I'd rather not talk about the ointment and stuff because
I mean,
it's
that's
kind of personal. So I think our business is done. Thank you for visiting. If you would please, there's a door.
I'm just out of curiosity, would there be amount of gold I could pay you for it? Just to look at it?
No.
Is that okay? That's
Okay.
entirely
And
fair.
he kind of slowly.
No, like they're just like it's just an intellectual curiosity. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
I
He
tried my
kinda
best with the flowers, and
Walks over.
whoever messed with it is obviously more knowledgeable with me about that.
Gale goes ahead and heads out, nods to him.
Hawthorn waits for them to go out,
Mhm.
and then she grabs this dude by the front of his shirt and goes, If my captain's ship comes to any fucking harm, I will come back, and you will know.
As
Hell.
Hawthorn, as the Hawthorn,
As you
like,
grab him.
well, I'm about to say as Hawthorn doesn't follow out, I'm about to say something too.
Gotcha. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at stuff.
Check something really quickly.
Yoink. By the way, the deck magic's still up his last 10 minutes, so.
Mm-hmm. Do you know by detect magic what spell is cast? Or do you know what school?
Detect magic gives you the school.
Yeah.
If enchantment goes off, we're
And you
about
can't
to
you can't cast an action spell and a bonus action spell. You can only do
not
that
leveled.
with action, spell, and cantrip, or
Yes.
cantrip and then spell.
Yeah. You can't cast 2 level spells.
In one turn.
It's scary that you're asking that. Extremely scary that you're asking that.
Yes.
Rest in peace. And by the way, if I see enchantment or evocation magic get cast, we're about to have issues. Because it's just, I detect it within 30 feet of me. And I just walked out the door, so. Why you gotta start shit?
Because he's threatening my captains.
No, he's just saying he knows who your captain is. It's not an explicit threat, that's an implicit threat. And generally, if you attack
Well,
someone...
Hawthorn doesn't take kindly to threats.
Well, I'm just saying, like, generally, if you attack someone for an implied threat, you're the person in the wrong, because no one else will get that.
Well, she's not attacking him. She's just grabbing him.
How old does this guy look, Jeremiah?
I didn't even grab his arm. I just grabbed him by the front of the shirt.
That can
Yeah,
still
that's
be
better.
seen as a threatening motion.
Yeah, and Jeremiah, how old is this guy?
97.
You're grabbing a grandpa by the collar!
No, you're not grabbing a grandpa by the collar.
You're grabbing a great-grandpa.
grabbing a great-great-grandpa by the collar.
Yeah.
God.
This guy could have great-great-grandkids.
Yes, very much so.
He probably does.
Hawthorn
If he's
does
ever
not
been
care
married.
about that.
No, what I'm saying is, you're about to look like the bad guy.
Yep.
Until
So I didn't think that I would need this. So I gotta look through stuff.
Oh boy.
And sadly, we don't have something like counterspell. Then you can.
When I can.
I mean, next level. Third levels or next level, whatever you level up to win.
Yeah.
Either Magus or Sorcerer, you get
Because
third level.
spells round up.
I get third level spell slots.
Oh, right. You have to be.
Spells you get are based on
Yeah.
class.
Right, you have to level up as a Sorcerer to get counterspell.
Correct.
Yep.
Uh-oh. What's your next level up going to be? Out of curiosity.
It'll either be 1 or 2 levels in Magus before taking a level in Sorcerer.
Fun. Well, you're going to get third level spell slots, so upcasting.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But,
Okay.
roll for counterspell.
Yeah. Trying to think of what he would do.
Counterspell. Period.
He has 2 things that he could do.
Well, do both of them. One this turn.
I could make him do both of them, but that would be kind of broken and would be the first time that I would be breaking the rules, and I don't want to break the rules
I
of
was
this character
joking.
when I've done so
What's
much
your
to make
mind?
him
You hear the
good.
second bit? Do one on the first turn, one on the next turn.
If there is a next turn, I'm not gonna fight a grandpa.
Alright, well, I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, what school goes off?
Enchantment.
Oh! I explicitly said that one was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, at the ping of enchantment magic, Barugur turns around and is like, he's getting ready to cast a spell.
You are already out the door.
Well,
You are not out of like sight or anything, but you are out the door.
Okay, well, I'm getting ready to bust through the door.
19 plus 2.
19
Dirty
plus
21.
2, 21.
How can it be a not a dirty 21?
That was a saving throw, yeah. Plus
I
2,
roll
yeah.
a natural 21. As soon as that enchantment ping goes off, Barragur's going back through the door.
Right.
Because she said she did
Yeah,
this
21.
as soon as Barragur went through the door, so.
So I again was not ready for any of this, so I'm still
so
frantically trying to figure stuff out.
Barragur, as soon as this goes off,
Hawthorn.
Barragur just yells, "Spells cast!" And like runs back through the door, like, "Spells cast!" Trying to get like Gale to come with him.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see how Jeremiah narrates whatever.
Oh yeah, because once again, this happened as, according to Pyro,
19
as soon as
plus
we walked
2.
through the door.
Not just a 19.
19 plus
19
2.
plus 2. So you do save. Cool. Alright. Then... yeah. That's the end of his turn.
What the fuck did he do?
What-
Was it a saber sucker?
Well,
That's a save or suck. That's a you succeeded, so his thing didn't do anything.
Well, what kind of?
But you felt
feeling
it.
goes on to her.
No
Well,
feeling goes on.
she
to
just-
it. She just succeeds.
well, as
All
soon
she's
as
doing
the
is she's holding this dude by the
Yeah.
by the collar.
You feel something happened, but you were able to fight it off. And
Barragur
he
comes
just
right through the door.
he locks eyes with you,
She's
not
growling.
smiling or anything, just like locks
She-
eyes with you with this like intense glare.
She's growling beneath her breath, and she just goes, "If
Ba-
your ship comes to any harm,
Barragur
I will
bolts
return.
through the door.
and you
Hawthorn, put
will
that knife
know
down.
Hell."
Make a
And
con.
then she drops him.
Hawthorn, make a con save because I'm just casting this before you drop him.
2.
Oh my fucking god!
Because he's gonna go again now.
And he said, and I was like, "You stop casting."
He got a second enchantment.
14.
gone off as well.
You are now reduced.
Cool. And then
Danny Hawthorn.
Then second one.
Not good. 11.
Cool. So
I
he
cast
just
mage
says
armor.
leave, and then you are
Oh, he
forced
cast
to
command.
use all of your movement to run directly out of his door.
Tiny hopping.
Yeah. How much does her speed get reduced by?
Let me check. I never use reduce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
besides
yeah, you
that-
do.
Yeah, you used it on yourself.
Oh, I've used it myself.
Use it
Yeah.
specifically.
You're medium to small. Disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your attacks deal 1d4 less damage.
So speed reduced is how much?
It doesn't say anything
Doesn't
about
seem
speed.
to say.
Cool. So then, yeah, you are forced to
Tiny Hawthorn.
Did you use
move
the command spell?
your entire speed
I
out of his
suppose.
door, directly away from his house.
I go 30 feet out of his house.
Cool.
And Barracuda's like, I'm sorry, sir. She's kind of an arse.
You as well.
I was popping in because I heard a commotion.
I do not want you in my house anymore.
I'm leaving, asshole.
Thank you.
And then he walks out. And he goes
An
into
asshole. His
Hawthorn.
friend picks me up.
Hawthorn, tiny.
Sorry, it's just... I
Closes
came
the
into
door
help.
behind him. Behind him.
And he looks at Hawthorn. What the fuck was that about?
I don't take kindly to threats, especially against my crew.
I look at her, you, and I point towards the door. He's older than my granddad's arsehole!
You think that means anything?
It means you shouldn't grab him by the shirt. You might have caused him hip damage or something. And like he's saying this, is just like dragging Hawthorn by the ear. 'Cause he's...
I'm tiny
Con
Hawthorn.
save is not command. That's a whiz save.
Yeah, it is. I was about to ask that.
Yep.
So he's go. Actually, I probably would have changed her saving throw.
No.
What?
The spell that she was
Oh, wait, what-
required a con save for.
Oh wait.
So-
Okay. Strange. I don't know any enchantment spells that cause con saves.
The metagame is bad.
I know. He's gonna like hop. He's gonna like use his satyr hop to hop up, grab Hawthorn's ear. Actually, no wait.
I'm tiny.
He's small now. He's gonna grab you by the ear like a child and then drag you while like chewing your ass out.
I will bite your hand.
He's gonna like, as you go to like bite his hand, he's gonna swat you because you now have disadvantage on strength and you deal 1d4 less.
Can I just like send a small shock to both of y'all, real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's like, hey!
Just, hey, knock it off.
He's gonna pick up Hawthorn by her ear.
You're
Fucking asshole.
another shock to Barugur.
Is her
Let
ear
her down. Come
large
on.
enough to handle
Yeah,
her
she's
entire
got big
body?
ears.
She's got huge ears.
But are they sturdy?
No,
No, it really
wouldn't
hurts.
lift her, but it wouldn't
That's what I'm
lift her
saying.
off the ground. But that's like how hard he's like
Okay.
pulling. It's like
Okay.
he says, "Sonny, I work in a forge. Lightning, a little shock doesn't hurt." And he's like, just keeps dragging.
I'm just trying to get your attention. Just
I'm trying to get this lassie out of here before she gets us in
I'm
trouble
not
with the
a child,
authority.
and she's gonna.
Your size begs the difference.
She's gonna kid kick.
She's literally claw attacking into his arm.
Yeah, but you currently deal a lot less, so it's like
It's literally D4 negated.
it's D4 versus D4.
Yeah.
So you do 0.
Unless I roll well on one.
Here, wait, roll mine for the anti D4.
Okay.
Ha.
Hawthorn versus Barracuda dice. Here, let me see.
And even if Barracuda takes like 1 or 2 damage, she doesn't take a flying butt.
1 and 1.
Double 1. You deal no damage. He's like dragging you along. Come on.
2 and 3.
Yeah, you still dealing no damage.
Nope.
I feel like it's just take this as a sign.
She keeps trying anyways, but
And he's like, come on.
your hand is still being riddled in like tiny
Well,
cuts.
he wears gloves all the time too, so.
Fair.
so that's probably why nothing's going through flavor-wise.
Yeah. It's like, come on. He's like, before the preppy fucking elves throw you in some sort of prison for attacking an old man. I don't give a shit why you did it. Don't do it.
Hey, though, the two of you were both being kind of aggressive towards him. Like, I know you wanted to learn about stuff, but like,
Look,
you were definitely like stepping over your boundaries in the
Fair,
social
I'm just-
Barracuda was
extremely
like
curious.
online, but was okay.
I was just
Hawthorn picked the dude up.
look. It's just the curiosity of a master alchemist that can't figure something out.
I understand, but
And
he
he
was
did
also like definitely. I could tell he was wanting us to get out of there shortly.
I know, and that's why I left all polite like,
Roll a
and then
D20 and odds are evens.
Odds. Odd.
D20 is at the bottom. Oh shit! Drop my D4. Evens. Damn.
You roll a D20, odds are evens. Just to break the tie.
All right, just odds or I usually go evens, so it's 18.
Even.
Even?
18. I'm calling evens. Yeah.
All right.
Whatever you're doing.
In the struggle, one of Hawthorn's bandages comes loose.
Barracuda's not paying attention. He's just after a little bit, you grow back to your size, and his arm's now up here.
She swats
You are now being
off.
carried by her.
Yeah.
She literally throws you.
Make another con save.
Fuck you!
Barracuda's having none of your shit, Hawthorn.
This is like 11 a.m. at the most.
Yeah.
You guys are children.
Nope.
You're tiny Hawthorn again.
Literally.
Come on. If I have to treat you like a child, I'm gonna make you look like a child. And you just keep.
You are losing all respect that Hawthorn has for you.
Hawthorn picked up an old man.
Yeah.
That was threatening her crew, her
Right, no.
family.
Did not even do
Barracuda
any threatening.
right
All he
now.
did was say the name.
Right now,
Yeah, and so
Barracuda's
he had
like,
his way.
listen, lassie, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to do this to be mean to you. I'm just trying to do this to you before he calls the fucking elves into this and they throw you in jail and clip you
I
or
wasn't
something.
going to hit him, I was just scaring him.
Come
God
on.
damn.
Hawthorn, he's ancient.
I
You,
don't give a fuck.
Hawthorn, you can't just go throwing around an old man,
Why not?
'cause he might break.
Maybe I should throw you around. God.
Break it up, you two.
And he's just gonna keep dragging Hawthorn by the ear towards the tavern.
Yeah, you said like Hawthorne's bandages were undoing a little bit.
Yeah, and so she's like clinging to one of her
Yeah.
arms.
Did Gale catch that?
Yeah, you would have.
I mean, I probably noticed it.
I already
Like,
know what's underneath.
Yeah.
I don't.
And you know that she doesn't want anyone seeing them.
Yes.
Barracuda's like notices like them move a little bit, and he's just not giving a fuck. He's just trying to get you out of here before that guy calls the cops.
Well, they're already out of there.
He wants to be a little further away. He's also pretty sure that
At
this
this
guy.
point, you leave the lower terrace.
Yeah, and as soon as you get out of the lower terrace, he lets your ear go, and you go back to your normal size. Look, anyone can tell by his house that he's probably in charge of the lower terrace, for lack of. He's probably at least
Against
the
three
most
rappers.
influential person in there. You don't go into a neighborhood, go into the nicest house, and then start throwing around the old man that lives there. I don't give a fuck what he did. This is for your own damn safety.
If he had threatened you.
I would have walked out of there with
Catacombs.
a polite bow, and then ranted and raved over a cup of ale. Not throw his ass around in his house, surrounded by people that probably respect the fucker. Sometimes you gotta suck up your pride. Even if it ticks you the fuck off, you gotta bite your tongue. 'Cause sometimes it's the arsehole paying you. Sometimes it's the arsehole that rules the area you're fucking staying in, and he can pay some shithead to stab you in the gut as you're walking down the street. Lassie, please, for your own damn sake, think a little bit before you do an impulsive action. You see, you may not be a nice lass, but you're at least one that has potential, so I would rather not see you dead in an alleyway somewhere. Okay?
I've survived more than my share.
You can be a fucking master swordsman if you get shanked in the middle of an alleyway by like 16 blocks. It doesn't fucking matter, does it?
I used to be the person that shanked people in alleyways, Barracuda.
Well, congratulations, you can die the way you used to live. And he just walks into the tavern. If you don't want to listen to advice, you can just throw my words out in one ear, out the other fluffy ear. And he's like, Barkeep, ale to go. And
He, recognizing the tone of voice, just kind of slides the
Oh,
spoon
God.
through. He's like, please don't take this out of my place.
he takes it and he just goes to his room.
Hawthorn's gonna go look for some hard work. Blossom's team. How much gold can she get?
You can get 3 silver.
3 silver, that's
Yes.
fine. Someone put that in the thing later, so I can put that on our sheet later.
I will shoot you a message.
But in the meantime, I also have to go to Innistrad, so
Yeah.
it's past time for that actually.
Yeah,
but
Oh yeah.
Adios, Pyro.
see ya.
See ya.
I both am very happy and also very sad that I didn't get to play that combat. That would have been a fun one.
What, the old man?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't talking about that old man.
Yeah.
I'll send you
That's
the
smart.
link to the song later, Cuatro.
Okay.
Alright, and end recording.
All right.